of the playoffs this year. Hello, everyone. Welcome to John Wren Stadium from Gilbert, Arizona at Perry High School. The Pumas kicking off their first round matchup, taking on the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, making the trip over from Glendale to Gilbert tonight. And it'll be the Pumas once again going for another state championship in the 6A state playoffs, missing out on the open division, but the Pumas looking to make a mark now that they finally don't have to play Chandler in these playoffs.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, the bracket is definitely a little bit calmer, a little bit softer without some of those bigger teams in there, and it makes it a little bit more smooth sailing for this Puma team. And you look at that bracket, first round matchup here against the number 15 seed, 5-5 team from the west side. Really only quality win on the schedule was against Liberty. Some common opponents, Boulder Creek, who Perry handled pretty easily, and San Jose O'Connor, two teams that Mountain Ridge lost to. So if all comes out chalk, should be a fairly good night for the Pumas, and then most likely see a Desert Vista team on the other side at home again next week, and then they make it all the way to semis. Brophy team that they handled pretty easily, 38-17 earlier in the year.
As the Pumas run out onto the field here for their first round matchup tonight against the Mountain Lions. Let's take a look at this team from Glendale a little bit more closely, Brian. I think the first thing that really jumps off the page, their head coach, Doug Madowski, coming from Scottsdale Community College last year and has his hands really full with a couple different teams this year.
Yeah, Coach came from Scottsdale. They killed the junior college programs all over Arizona, budget cuts in Maricopa County, and then they kind of had to take the Pima County teams out of the mix as well. And so Wadowski was a longtime Scottsdale Community College coach, and now he created another league that's a junior college league. It has 5 teams in it. He's coaching that as well as this game, and he told me he's calling the defense over there, he's calling the offense over here, and sometimes he gets his signals crossed. It's a little hard to keep track of what he's calling. So, but Coach Madowski's done a great job with Glendale. Mountain Ridge can get him back on track. A team that about 10 years ago was really good, really strong team on the west side. As open enrollments kind of happened and players start going places, Centennial starts pretty much taking every good player that's in the area. So it's one of those deals. Mountain Ridge was a team that went to the finals a couple times back in the mid-2000s. So team that has a lot of pride and trying to get it back now, and a playoff appearance should go a long way in growing this program further for Coach Madowski.
Absolutely a step in the right directions as you see the captains meeting up on midfield for the coin toss. Pumas, of course, will be led by Chubba Purdy offensively, who has had an up and down year. I think really has a chance to kind of wipe the slate clean in these playoffs in the next 3 to 4 weeks and really impress why he deserved and why he signed for Louisville.
Yeah, and it was one of those things I talked to Chubba this week, and I kind of impressed upon. We talked about it, I think, a little bit last week. It's just have fun. It looked like the offense was really kind of gripping and going through the motions and not real happy to be out there. And it's one of those deals that, the season's long. It really is. You think about all the practices and weight training and everything else, and you got to enjoy it for what it is and not try to look forward to things that are going to happen down the line. And hopefully they can kind of bring some of that joy back this week and have that play on through the playoffs as they try to advance to another final for Perry High School.
So the Pumas will receive to kick off tonight's game and the 2019 version of the 6A playoffs. They'll be moving from left to right across your television screen or your monitor, whatever you're watching here. Perry Live 365 on NFHS tonight. It's a little bit of a unique domain for us here tonight.
Yeah. So, although we bring manpower and about $25,000–$30,000 worth of equipment, apparently we're not able to broadcast on our own channel, and we got to broadcast somewhere else. And so if you paid that $10.99 monthly fee, thanks for watching. We get none of that, just so you know.
And it is always a little bit interesting how the certain contracts work with the AIA, especially when it comes to playoffs. But nonetheless, we're just a couple moments away from kickoff here from Perry High School. Bryce Holdridge and Jordan Young back deep to return for the Pumas. And Blake Comstock to kick off for the Mountain Lions. Kick is away, a little poocher toward the 20-yard line. Fair catch called and received right at that 20-yard line, and that's where the Pumas will start.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you teach them, hey, you're thinking that you might drop it or something funky is going to happen, fair catch those little poochers. Looked like he had some room, but they'll start on offense and be happy about it. Good field position.
And here comes Chubba Purdy. We mentioned him a little bit earlier. Throw for almost 2,700 yards in the regular season, 2,650. His second year now at the helm of this Puma offense, replacing his older brother Brock Purdy, now playing for Iowa State. But here on Chubba's first play of the night, he'll give straight up the middle, and it's going nowhere. Tackled at the 20-yard line, and that's a good start for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, the Pumas got to get on track early. They struggle a little bit with their run game, and not a lot of explosive backs in the backfield. So Chubba's pretty much the explosive back in the backfield.
That was Miles on the carry for the Pumas. Let's see if they go to him again. They do, trying to bounce it off to the left side. Picking up some positive yards here, but still short of the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6, and a chance for Mountain Ridge to get off the field early here against Perry.
Yeah, they'd have to be happy about a 3-and-out against an offense that is still capable of putting up some yards and some points. And so see what Perry can dial up here. Maybe get Jordan Young involved early, get him lathered up here for this game.
Let's see, they fake the give. Purdy looks left, now running left. Racing toward the marker, trying to juke, but does not get enough distance. Looks like he'll be a couple yards short of the markers, and it'll be 4th down for the Pumas.
This is one of those things that happens over weeks. You can see here in the play, not a lot of pressure in his face. And he bails on it. He's got a double team on 73, and he takes off running. He hasn't had great protection in the last few weeks, and so it kind of gets in your head a little bit and gets that clock in your head to go off a little bit faster than it needs to. He had time to step up in there, and he decided to take off running.
Well, it's a win defensively for Mountain Ridge. They forced the Pumas 3-and-out, and the Pumas are forced to punt now. Back deep is Jared Baker, safety for this Mountain Lion team. Kyler McCarthy to punt for Perry. Only a minute gone here in this first quarter. As it's a clean snap to McCarthy, a little high. He gets the punt off. A little spiraling kick, and Baker fair catches at the 44-yard line, and it's good field position for the Mountain Lions to start off on their first drive of the night.
Yeah, like you said, long bus ride. You get all the way down here, you gotta be happy with that 3-and-out. I mean, this Mountain Ridge, in essence, is on the other side of the earth for us, especially on a Friday.
It's a long way away from here.
Yeah, you had enough trouble getting here from Tempe, let alone Glendale.
Well, here comes Mountain Ridge, led by quarterback Keegan Staccanto. He stands in the shotgun, runs a man in motion, and he'll keep it himself, looking to go straight up the middle. Gets up to the 44. They'll give him the 45 on forward progress before he's wrapped up.
Yeah, nice job by his defense, led by those linebackers. Inside, tough to get by. Jackson Ford, Cole Sabetta, Jakias Mayberry all in there. So like to see that early. Talked to Cole this week as well. He's a little bummed. Cole's jersey number is typically 2. He's wearing 49 tonight because his car was stolen. His jersey was in it, and his car ended up found in the desert burned.
Yeah, that one's always tough.
Guessing the jersey was in there with it.
Staccanto now on 2nd down, drops back, now throwing over the right side, caught at the 40-yard line, and it's going to be a 1st down and some positive yards. That looked like perhaps Mitchell on the reception. 1st down for Mountain Ridge. Check that, actually, Kyler Staccanto.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Madowski before. Those are twin brothers that transferred from Washington. They definitely know how to work together, and they will feed off of one another, and he likes to get the ball to his brother. He's the leading receiver on the team with the majority of passes going his way. He's 944 yards receiving on the season on 56 catches.
They definitely have that chemistry. They'll run the ball here on 1st down, and they'll pick up a couple of yards. Up to the 36-yard line. Look like Jacob Garf on the carry as Staccanto goes over to the sideline, gets the play call. And now we're ready to go. Nice 1st down run, keeping the Mountain Lions on schedule for a gain of 4. 4 wide set here for Mountain Ridge. Stancato analyzing the defense. And here we go, gets the snap. 7-step drop, now throwing over the middle behind his receiver, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Derek English, the freshman. Fell behind him. It'll be 3rd down now.
Yeah, Mayberry's all over that. Probably the best coverage guy they have coming from that safety position, and Mayberry able to take care of that pretty easy. Ball was almost picked, really, when you look at it. Puma's getting a little bit of pressure. You can see Kennedy was coming off the edge there with a little bit of pressure. Even earlier on that 1st down conversion they got, it looked like there's a hold inside. Jorian had gotten by his guy, number 90 for the Pumas. So see if they can keep up with some good push inside by Mayberry and Jorian, and maybe Kennedy can get some speed off that edge.
Well, 3rd and 6 now, and it could be 2-down territory from here. Stancato gets the snap. Just a quick drop and now throws. That's his brother Stancato inside the 30-yard line and past the line to gain. It'll be a 1st down for Mountain Ridge, keeping their drive alive.
Yeah, so here's another hold here. You can see down on the bottom here with Kennedy. Kennedy's going to come off the ball. Back totally rips on his arm, and no call. 2nd time on this drive that's happened, by the way. So we'll see if we can. That's a theme we see throughout the night, but Jorian had the same thing on the other 3rd down conversion they have gotten on this drive.
Well, you've seen a lot of trends set on the first drives of the game. Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on as this game moves on. Ball spotted at the 29. 1st and 10 for Mountain Ridge from there. Stancato throwing, it's guess who? Hit the other Stancato inside the 20-yard line down to the 15. A 1st down, and Mountain Ridge are booming on this drive.
Yeah, lots of time, good throwing lane, clean pocket, able to get that ball out in a hurry right to his brother. And there you can see the theme will be get the ball to number 8.
Yeah, get the ball from Keegan to Kyler Stancato. 7:50 left to go here in the 1st quarter of the 1st round of the 6A 2019 AIA playoffs. 4 wide set. A lot of shotgun here from the Mountain Lions. Screen set up here on the far side, and a spin move out of a tackle. Nice move there. Gets to the marker. That was Derek English, the freshman. He made something out of nothing there.
Yeah, I can see just a little slip screen. They pull the guard up. Receiver does a good job there, and nice run after the catch by Mountain Ridge, and they were in business inside that 10-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 7, just a yard short of the marker, so they can still pick up a 1st down here, and they're taking their time doing it as Stancato jogs back to the line. English is not someone who was very big on the stat sheet in the regular season for Mountain Ridge, but he's made an impact on this 1st drive here. Stancato flush out of the pocket, steps up, now running for the pylon, just can't shake the last tackle, gets held up inside the 5-yard line. He'll have a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal at around that 5-yard line for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, nice awareness by Stancato, understanding the down and distance, and only had a little bit to go, and so now the ball inside 5. Puma's got to make that tackle in the backfield for the sack, but Stancato, a good athlete, able to get away from it.
So with forward progress, they give him all the way up to the 3-yard line. And the Mountain Lions, a chance really to make a statement here on this 1st drive. Force Perry to go 3 and out, and only 3 yards away from punching in a score and the 1st points of tonight's contest. Let's see what they draw up here. We've seen spread from them every single snap. And Stancato's got an empty backfield. Could be a quarterback draw here. As he sends the running back English in motion, sends him all the way out to the hash. And he drops, throwing over the middle. It's intercepted, and this could come back a long way. There he goes. Obina Nwanko, see you later. How about 97 yards on a pick 6, and momentum switches on just that play.
Yeah, I can see just quick pass, pressure in his face, and Nwanko does his job. Steps up from the safety position, and he takes this house call all the way. Almost looks like he starts to get tired halfway there, but hits pay dirt. Pumas defense comes up big.
Wow.
That tightened field, that's the problem sometimes when you get in there. That's why some teams don't like to be that close. There's not a lot of room to maneuver, and guys can sit on routes, and that's exactly what Nwankwo did on that play. That's got to be a school record, right?
That's got to be close. That absolutely does. Almost 97-yard pick six, as the extra point from McCarthy is through the uprights, and just when you least expect it, the Pumas find a way to get on the board here. 7-0 with 5:36 left to go here in the first quarter. And for Coach Medofsky on the other side and for the Mountain Lions, that is a killer to give up.
Yeah, you got a great drive going. Your defense did great on the first series, and just quarterback takes, I think he felt that heat coming off the edge there, and he wanted to get rid of that thing as soon as he could before the Pumas were able to get to him, and didn't make his read the right way, and Nwankwo steps in front of it, takes it all the way.
So for Mountain Ridge, they'll have to start from scratch on this next drive, now with a 7-point deficit. As you see the student section in full force tonight, and of course they'd be.
A little thinner than normal because we usually get in for a pass and playoff games in Arizona, $5
yep.
for students. So, but still pretty good crowd for a first-round game. A team that
Pumas are definitely expecting to beat, as the short kickoff here from McCarthy is returned, and then the receiver just giving himself up there. That's Jared Baker. He just falls at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Mountain Lions will start off.
So see if the Pumas can do it again. And no time to make an adjustment on the sideline for what they were getting kind of beat up on that first drive. So see if they can make some adjustments quickly on the fly during the PAT and kickoff, but not a lot of time to talk about what's going on.
Well, Sancato was near perfect on that last drive, except for the interception. 5:34 left to go here in the first. 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Mountain Lions. As Stancato fakes the give. Here's pressure, watch out from behind, and he's taken down. It's a back-to-back great plays defensively, an interception, and now a sack.
Yeah, we talked about Kennedy coming off the edge with speed, and here he comes. Pretty much unblocked on the play action. Got to be a miscommunication there. Thought they may have been running a zone play, and he kept it. And the RPO fails miserably on that situation.
And loss of 6 on the play. Now 2nd and 16 from the 24-yard line. And with this Mountain Ridge team, we've seen early from the first drive, just keep an eye right there on that guy right next to your screen, number 8. That's where they love to go. Stancato dropping back. They throw on the flat to Javon Thompson. He's got some room to run. Accelerates up to the 35, trying to make a cutback. Looks like he lost his footing. He falls at the 36-yard line, and the Mountain Lions cut it to 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, nice little swing out of the backfield. They recognized immediately where the hole was, and able to get to a quick back in space. Always a good thing. Nice pickup by Thompson.
Now 3rd and 3 for the Mountain Lions. Picking up 13 yards on that last play. See if they can pick up another 3 yards here. It's been mainly pass for the Mountain Lions so far tonight. Haven't really seen them run the ball a whole lot. Stancato in motion. It's going to be a false start. And it's a shame they might have given their hand away here. Probably have to go to something else now.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to run a stretch play for sure. So, but they're a little eager to get off the ball. They all were moving at the same time there. So Pumas got them in a blitz situation again here. See if they bring extra pressure. The last time they were able to send Sabetta off the edge, but he is not in the game now. So look for Ryan Short maybe to come hard, number 33 on your screen. He's a really good pass rusher for this Puma defense.
3rd and 8 now after the penalty for Mountain Ridge. Stancato taking a look at the line and gets a snap. Up fakes, now throwing for, I assume, his brother Kyler Stancato, but it falls incomplete in between him and Derek English, and Mountain Ridge most likely be forced to punt.
Yeah, so Pumas able to make the adjustment on the fly. You can see here, bring a little pressure, but good coverage all around. No one really open, and your man in Nwako in there again on the coverage. Player who hasn't played a ton for the Pumas, so must have made some adjustments during the week. Nwako getting a lot more action than we've seen him throughout this season.
And the punt for Mountain Ridge is a good one, kind of spiraling, and the fair catch is made by Berger at the 33-yard line, and that's where the Pumas will take over for their second drive offensively with 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. We've only seen the Perry offense for 3 plays tonight. And they went 3 and out, only picking up 4 yards. Now here they go from the 33-yard line. Quick throw over the middle to Berger. He makes the catch, but it's hit immediately. He'll pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Perry.
I might see a theme here, you know, almost looks like Desert Ridge is playing super tight coverage, and for them to jump something like that so quickly, they don't have a ton of respect for this receiving corps.
Pumas run the ball here on 2nd and 6. That looked like Day on the run, excuse me, for the Pumas. Picks up another 4 yards or so, and it'll be 3rd and we'll call it a long 1. That's what the scoreboard says. Looks like more like 3rd and 2. 2:30 left to go here in the first quarter. As Purdy fakes and throws on the near side from McGrain. He makes the catch, knocked out of bounds, but not before picking up a first down at the 45.
Yeah, it's almost like a run play. It's just a long extension handoff and easy to get out there to him. And nice job by McGrain getting the first down and knowing where he had to go.
Pumas pick up their first down of the night. Now Purdy rolling left, flushed out of the pocket, scrambling for the line of scrimmage, and he steps out of bounds at midfield. Be a gain of 5 yards for Purdy and the Pumas. Should be 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, they give to Day once again. Bounces off one tackle, gets to the 49-yard line. They rule him down there. It'll be another 3rd down for the Pumas here, about 3rd and 4. And the Pumas not wasting any time. 4 receivers to the left here for Perry. And Purdy's going to run with it the other way. Mountain Ridge was ready for it, and they stop him before he gets to the line. Nice job defensively. They had Purdy's number ready to go, and they kept him short of the markers.
Yeah, it's really the best run play they have all season. So they'll show numbers on the opposite side, and they'll pull guard tackle to away from the strength of the formation. And typically Purdy able to find some room. Mountain Ridge doesn't budge from it, kind of expecting that for sure.
Well, the Pumas offense on the field for 4th down. This would be definitely a big momentum play for Mountain Ridge if they can get off the field here. We'll see what the Pumas decide to do as they make a late sub. Now Purdy in the shotgun, gets the snap. A little quarterback draw. Purdy is going to have enough for the first down as he runs sideways to the 45. It looked like he was going to have enough until he started running laterally. He still picks up the first down by a yard, but almost made that a little harder than he had to.
Yeah, trying to get the little extra and almost lost what he needed. So, but good job, good play call by the Pumas. A late substitution with Brock Lane in there, who's been switched over to the defensive side of the ball. So we'll see if that's something they continue to do tonight and get Lane involved. He's really a pretty good threat at the receiver slot position for the Pumas.
And they run the ball here on first down. And it's going to be only a couple yards. Day on the carry for the Pumas. And we'll see, that might be the last play of our first quarter here, as we only have about 20 seconds left to go here in the first. See what Coach Jones and the Pumas decide to do, as we have only 10 seconds and counting down this first quarter. Pumas are taking their time to getting up to the line, but it looks like they'll get this off. Young goes in motion, and that's where they'll go. Jordan Young on the fly sweep. Ball comes out. Ball is loose. Mountain Ridge say they have it. They decide to run the play right before the quarter ends. Still no official sign, and it is Mountain Lions football. They will take over at the 35-yard line heading into the second quarter. Wow.
Yeah, you can see it trying to get into Jordan Young's hands, and he's good in space. But this will get you no more calls. The ball just ripped out super easy. Not even a big hit, just hand in the right spot, and Young coughs it up. Mountain Lions able to get the ball back and stop that drive.
Well, how about that? So we have a score of 7-0 heading into the second quarter. 2 turnovers, 1 for each team. However, Mountain Ridge's turnover was immediately turned into points on the pick 6. As both teams swap fields now, some momentum for Mountain Ridge going the other way after throwing the pick 6 and going on what was almost 3 and out on offense. Mountain Ridge's offense already on the other side of the field, ready to go, as the officials whistle the Pumas. And here we go. Not wasting any time tonight, Brian.
No, it's a quick-moving quarter so
yeah,
far.
It was. Now start of the second quarter between these two teams. 4 wide set for Mountain Ridge, as Stancato taking a look at the defense. Now gets the snap, looking to throw it left, and he's got English there, and he just can't come down with the ball. Ball overthrown by English by just that little bit, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like a busted coverage here. They will run a little wheel action up top, and English really, nobody covers them. They all fall inside, out and up action, and no one around. Probably thinking about the sideline a little bit too much, now we'll come up with that play.
Yeah, English only listed, well, English is listed at 6'2". I'm not sure that's entirely accurate.
With shoes.
With shoes and pads and all that.
Helmet.
Yeah. Just over his hands. Now it's 2nd and 10 for Mountain Ridge. They're missing out on what would have been a big play. A little movement on the line. Now Stancato gets the snap, and he keeps himself on the option, trying to go up the middle. He gets past the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Gain of 3, it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the one thing here to look at, Stancato's really loose with this ball, and that's one of those things kids at home do not do this, especially with all those hands flopping around. That ball's going to end up out before the night's over, I can tell you that right now.
Stancato, a 6'3" senior. Yeah, it does definitely look dangerous, having the ball up that high, that loose.
Just too many hands and too many things in there tight. And somebody would never expect to take a swat at it, ends up getting it. They may be getting blocked well, they end up taking a swat at it and knocking it out of your hand. So ball security in there with all those bodies is super important.
Mountain Ridge going to burn a timeout here on 3rd and 7. Definitely want to make this possession count. Don't want to get down by 2 possessions against this Perry team. 11:06 left to go here in the second quarter. Brian, what else do we have around the state right now? What are some other scores coming in?
Yeah, the one game for, you know, the Pumas they kind of want to pay attention to. Desert Vista up 10-0. Still 3:07 left in the first quarter in their game. So, again, likely to advance on that other side of the bracket, playing Basha to school right down the road. Basha, one of those teams we know, pretty good, but has a lot of injuries, so they're holding on for life with all the backups they have playing this game tonight.
Definitely a game to keep an eye on. But so is this one right now. Mountain Ridge definitely is hanging around with the Pumas through the first quarter. Only 3 yards away from taking the lead against the Perry Pumas before throwing very costly pick six. Here's Stancato now on third down. Pump fakes, now is going to have to run. Almost lost the football there, Brian. Picks up a couple yards to the 39, but will be well short of the first down.
Yeah, I can see Pumas here able to get pressure, bring 2 extra. Good push up inside. Stancato got pulled down, but there it is, just loose, flapping around everywhere. And eventually that's going to end up being an issue tonight.
Mountain Ridge forced to punt for the second time tonight. Cade Berger back deep to return. Clean snap, and the punt is up and away. End over end kick. Berger standing at the 35-yard line. Catches the ball there, and that's where the Pumas will take over on the fair catch. Well, 10:23 left to go here in the first half. Pumas taking the over offensively once again, and Brian, I'm getting kind of the same vibes that we had last week. I think this offense, it feels like it's kind of sleepwalking to the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of energy, and it's one of those things we've been seeing lately. And you want to go back and see that offense that was playing against Chandler. Even though they lost, they still moved the ball well in that game, and it's one of those things we really haven't seen that kind of action out of them since that game. So
let's see if they can turn it around here on this drive. They give to Nwanko here on first down. Gets hit at the 38-yard line, and that's where he'll be marked down on forward progress. He'll pick up 3 yards on the carry.
Puma's trying to just maybe beat up this kind of undersized overall D-line for Mountain Ridge. So they got one big body down there, but that's some dudes that look pretty light. So Puma's maybe trying to take advantage of that.
On second down, Purdy finds his target just a yard short of the marker. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now for the Pumas.
Yeah, Veach with the reception there, not able to keep his feet. It would have been a big play. Just barely got dragged down by that ankle.
All 3rd and 1 from the 44-yard line. 9:30 remaining into the first half. They give to Nwanko straight up the middle, and it doesn't look like he picked it up, but depends on the spot. It's going to be close.
Coach's nightmare right here. Watch this. Nwanko bobbles the handoff. It's up a little bit high on his chest. That ball ended up almost on the ground. So
it could have been very dangerous. They do rule him short by a yard. Purdy's going to try and sneak it right up the middle. It looked like he might have gotten an extra push. It's going to be close again. And it looks like he did barely just get enough for the first down at the 45.
Yeah, nothing really else to think about there when you got a quarterback that's as big as Chubba is. I hope that he can dig in there and get that extra yard.
Well, he definitely had to work for it. Didn't get it straight off the bat. Now 1st and 10 from the 45. Purdy wanting to throw. Scrambling around the pocket. Now just finds his man underneath. And it's going to be a gain of about 9 yards there, depending on the spot. Looks like Veach on the reception once again.
Yeah, Chubba able to break and contain. He thought he was going to take off running, but able to pull it down and get his eyes back upfield and find Veach. Kind of just looked like Veach was almost surprised he got the ball thrown to him.
He's able to pick up 9 on the play. As Purdy relays the call to his offensive line. Gets a snap here. Looking to the near side, letting it fly, and he's got Berger wide open. Ball is a little underthrown, and it falls incomplete. Dylan Johns in coverage for Mountain Ridge, and if that ball's in stride, it's an easy touchdown, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, we've seen, again, in the last few weeks, we've seen balls on the deep passes. It's almost like he's lost his touch a little bit. He's thinking about being too fine with it and overthrown or whatever else, and we've seen some that are a little too far and some a little bit too long or short. We haven't really seen him connect on a lot of long plays in the last few weeks.
little miscommunication on the snap, but Nwanko has enough for a first down inside the 40, still on his feet before being knocked down by 3 Mountain Lions inside the 40 at the 37-yard line. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, nice run by Nwanko there to pick up that first down. So Pumas still like to hit a home run at some point and get the defenses to loosen up a little bit, but I still think they want to pound this front for Mountain Ridge.
Purdy again looking to throw here on first down, and lasers a strike to Berger. This time he makes the catch, and this time he's in the end zone from 38 yards. Purdy to Berger, and it's a touchdown for the Pumas.
Yeah, you can see right here, empty backfield. They bring a corner blitz off the edge. Berger able to slip right in there. Nice job by Berger finding the hole in that defense. Purdy stepping up and gunning one in there. Puma offense feeling good. Up 14-0.
Oh, there's your home run they were looking for. They just missed on a couple plays earlier, but they get that one to work. McCarthy for the point after, and it's through the uprights. 14-0 the score with the Pumas on top against the Mountain Lions. 7:38 left to go in the first half. And this is where it starts to get dangerous if you're Mountain Ridge. You had an opportunity very early in the game to put a touchdown on the board, get ahead. You end up throwing a pick six. You force a fumble, but then you go 3 and out. They definitely had chances in this game, but have not converted on any of them so far.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge is one of those things. When you come in as a 15 seed, you got to get some momentum and capture some of that early momentum. And they had a chance, and it flipped really fast for them. And now this game, you got to start thinking a team that's went 5-5, start wondering if they should be on the field with this team. And so that's a 14 seed. So I think I may have said they were the 15 seed earlier, but they are the 14 seed.
Well, definitely when you're the underdog, no matter what, you need a couple plays to break for you. And Mountain Ridge have had those plays happen. They've just not been able to take advantage. And watch out here. The squib kick ends up almost working. I think the ball's still loose at the 35-yard line. It took a bounce and off the shin of a return man from Mountain Ridge. And it looks like the Mountain Lions are able to jump on it. We see that's why you see that kick more often in high school.
Yeah, it's like a game of Plinko here. This thing's bounced around everywhere. There it is, bounced off the back of somebody.
Bounce,
and then
bounce.
Luckily, Mountain Ridge able to fall on that. Many opportunities, but so many people not really aware the ball's on the ground. Thing ends up falling right in the hands of a fortunate Mountain Ridge player.
Very fortunate. That could have very easily been Perry football. Now let's see if the Mountain Lions can hang around in this game. They've been punched a little bit. See if they can keep it going. They take over at the 36-yard line. Quick pass on the flat to English. He's up to the 40-yard line, keeping the feet moving. He's knocked out of bounds. They rule him at the 43-yard line. Good first play from scrimmage. Picks up about 7 yards.
Yeah, the corner can't get trapped inside there. Rome came up and he kind of got trapped inside, and it's easy block for the defender.
Another shotgun set here, 4 wide for the Mountain Lions. Thompson the back to Stancato's right. And they give to Thompson, trying to get up the middle, and nothing doing there. Looked to be Jacobs Mayberry on the stop there for the Pumas.
Yeah, I can see right here, Jacaius Mayberry from the nose guard position. Knifing right through there, beats his man. Good tackle for loss. Talked to Jacaius earlier today too, right when we were walking up. He had some nice neon green shoes on. I said, hey, you want attention, make sure you make a play so we can get on you. So he did that for me. Bright neon green shoes that he was walking up, so.
He definitely made a play there. 3rd and 4 now. Let's see if he can make another play here. 6:40 left to go here in the first half. Pumas looking to force a 3-and-out here. Stancato, 3-step drop, throwing over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of a Perry DB, falling incomplete. Could have very easily been another interception. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, right there, you can see Pumas bring one extra. Stancato throws it right into coverage, almost picked off. Pumas another big chance to put some pressure on this Mountain Ridge team, but right through the mitts of Forshiki.
It is 3-and-out, so the Pumas will most likely take over here on the punt. Berger standing at the 30-yard line. Punt is up and away. Spiraling kick, nice one here. And the return backs Berger up to the 22-yard line. And that's where the Pumas will start another offensive drive here. 6:27 left to go in the first half. 14-0. The Pumas on top, looking to cruise their way here into the second round. As the offense getting a last-second talking to from Coach Jones. Connected on the long pass play on the last drive, 38 yards from Purdy to Berger. See if they can dial something like that on this drive. They start at the 22. And on first down, they give to Miles running on the far side, gets to the far hash at the 25-yard line, and that's what will be knocked down. They pick up 3 yards on first down. Miles to Purdy's left. Purdy gets the snap and he throws on the near side, almost intercepted. Pass looked like it was intended for Berger. He had no idea it was coming, and the Puma is lucky there to not have the ball turned over.
Yeah, they're squatting on the zone read stuff, and so you can see them jump this quick. They know it's coming. Pumas are going to have to put a double move in here. There's no safety help over the top. They got to pump fake that hitch and go right by that guy. It's going to be a touchdown. So that's something they've got to see up top and get on that, because that's the second time it's happened in this game.
Tristan Slivia, the safety, almost jumped that for an interception. Now on third down, Purdy fakes the give. Now coming on the near side, it's complete to Jordan Young, and watch out when he's in space. See you later. How about 75 yards? There's nothing you could do when that guy gets into space. It's a long touchdown and another score for the Pumas.
Yeah, you can see here Purdy gets the ball and he gets a little bit of pressure in his face, decides I'm going to take off run. Then he sees Jordan Young, goes, hey, that might be a better idea. And Jordan Young, if you miss, it's over with. And there he goes off the races, the fastest player on this team, easily into the end zone on the touchdown.
He makes the first guy miss, and then it's off to the races. 75 yards for the score. As McCarthy's extra point is up and good. 21-0 Perry on top.
We talk about game breakers on this offense. He is the guy who, when you get the ball in his hands in space, can do a lot of damage. We saw the fumble earlier. He definitely made up for it on that play. And so it's a guy we like to see him get the ball a little bit more too, a little more touches in a game, because typically he ends up with one of those if you get him enough opportunities at it.
And in a blink of an eye, this game has broken wide open. 3 scores here, 21-0 with 5:42 left to go in the first half. And it's hard to imagine that there was a situation where Mountain Ridge was only 3 yards away from taking the lead on this Perry team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that first drive on both sides, we're going, well, we might be in trouble in this thing here. 3 and out and right down the field on us, not stopping anything, and pick 6, and next thing you know, this game is getting out of hand.
Mountain Lions just not able to regain any of that momentum that they were building. They suffer that back-breaking 97-yard pick 6. And from there, it's been a whole lot of nothing, especially offensively for this team. See what the Pumas do here. They almost got the ball on the little pooch kick. And I'll try it again. This one with a little bit more loft. Return is, and the kick rather, is caught. No return on it. Ends up losing a couple yards. A little dangerous when you have guys like that taking over the ball. That was Derek Leverage, 5'10" junior linebacker right there on the return.
Yeah, typically not the guy you want to see handling the ball if you're the coach. And the linebackers want to get their glory. They're like, hey, finally get a chance to get a little run in. They'll go home and tell mom after game, like, hey, did you see that? I had a kick return tonight for -1 yard.
Oh, ball on the 37 now. Mountain Ridge, they're able to put a touchdown here, eat up some clock. There's a chance that they can have a chance at knocking the lead down to 7. Score a touchdown here, go into the half. You get the ball to start off the second half, get a touchdown there, you can have yourself a game. But that's a lot of ifs with this team. Stancato on first down, sheds off a tackle, now has some room to run up the middle, running to the far hash, trying to go outside, uses a stiff arm, gets outside, and picks up the first down. Did a lot of running there for 11 yards, but it's a first down nonetheless.
Yeah, you can see Stancato is just an athlete back there. He gets pressure. Puma's able to get a lot of pressure these last few drives, and just a 4-man rush. And Stancato knows he's got to get out of there as Short is putting major pressure, steps up inside, and does a nice job of breaking a tackle here. As Brock Lane not able to make the play, so first down for the Mountain Ridge Lions.
And he probably ran about 30 yards for those 11 yards. Now on first down from the 48, they have English wide open on the far side, past the 40, keeps the feet moving, runs over a Puma past the 35. They mark him down at the 32. Gain of 16 yards there for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, I think it's the same play we saw earlier. There's the out, there's the up. Now he just sat in there, found a little hole in the defense. Avoids the incomplete pass out of bounds like we saw last time.
Mountain Ridge break huddle at the 45. They got a while to jog up there. About 15 yards almost to get to the line of scrimmage. About 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Thompson, the running back, shifts over to Stancato's left. 4 wide set here, very compressed formation. Stancato gets the snap. Looking on the near side, throwing to Thompson. Thompson never saw the ball coming for him, and it falls incomplete about 3 or 4 yards behind him.
Puma's run a zone read here, so look at up top. You've got Stephen Kennedy sees the back release, follows them into coverage. Not even a zone read. He just saw that the back released and did his job as an end in this defense. If you see the back release, you're supposed to run with them. And Jordan doing a great job, or Kennedy doing a great job getting underneath that pass and making it very difficult to complete.
Yeah, nice awareness, and it looked like Thompson was surprised that he even saw the ball coming after him. He was covered from the get-go. 4:52 now here in the first half as Stancato looking to throw. That's a step up in the pocket. Looks like he'll take off and run again. He's got room on the far side past the 25-yard line. It'll depend on where he stepped out of bounds. Actually, they do say he stepped out at the 25, so he picks up 7 yards here. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Kennedy again able to get pressure, just not able to finish the play off. And so Kennedy having a game tonight. The sophomore defensive end getting better and better as the weeks go on for the Pumas.
Oh, Mountain Ridge knocking on the door once again. Ball at the 25-yard line, 3rd down, and you'd have to assume more than likely 2-down territory from here, especially when you're down by 21 points. Let's see if they just run Stancato here on maybe a little draw or a design keeper. So English moves in motion, and Coach Medowski on the far side is going to burn his second timeout of the half.
Yeah, probably a good timeout. This is a very important 3rd down conversion here. Even if they get half of it, you'd assume they'd go for it on 4th, but they want to convert this and be able to eat some more clock and get some points on the board before this half comes up, which is 4:44 left.
Coach Medowski, of course, very experienced. We mentioned spent a lot of time with Scottsdale Community College, getting the Artichokes in their last ever season, getting as high as, I believe, number 8 nationally in the NJCC.
Well, that's right. You covered him last year, right?
That's right.
That is right. Now it's all coming back to me.
Very interesting Fighting Artichokes team last season, running a 2-quarterback system in the later parts of the season, getting to the Valley of the Sun Bowl where they lost in a very close game where a fight broke out as well. That was the main takeaway for me.
That's junior college football for you, buddy.
3rd and 3. Stancato's going to take off and run, breaks a tackle, gets close to the markers, and they give him a yard pass up to the 20-yard line. Looks like he picks up 5 and picks up the first down.
Yeah, I can see here just a simple little drop back, no one there, and this is their offense right now. We've taken away twin brother, hasn't really done a whole lot since that first drive, and now it's all, maybe we'll call him big brother. I don't know which one was born first, but take off running.
A brother.
Yeah, I guess.
One of the brothers.
I think they might take a fade, shot on a fade here up top. He's one-on-one. Check into something here and see what they do, but press coverage up top against his brother.
And they fake the run. Nobody there, though, for the run. Stancato flushed out of the pocket, pointing his receivers in the direction he wants them to move. Throwing for the end zone. Dangerous ball, and it falls incomplete. Mountain Ridge very lucky that pass wasn't intercepted. It falls incomplete for 2nd down.
Trust us, it was a very good play. You can't see it on film. We lost his shot, but Mayberry came underneath it and almost took over a receiver role. Barely missed coming up with that ball. So very contested pass down there in the corner, but it looked like he wanted to go up top to his brother for sure. He was staring it down, but Puma's able to take it away.
Yeah, miscommunication there from the start too. Thompson supposed to fake on the run. He just went straight into his block.
I call that the statue fake.
Yeah, there it is.
No one's there. He's kind of
hold it out there.
Posing.
2nd and 10 now from the 21. 3:54 left to go in the half. Another compressed set here from the Mountain Lions. Ball at the 21, like I said. They give, and watch out, Thompson bursts through the first level of defense and is knocked down inside the 5 all the way to the 1-yard line. How about that for a burst of speed?
As another play here, though, this ball's almost fumbled at the exchange. He's able to recover, and he's able to put his foot in the ground and get the yardage. So you can see here, there it goes, a little flip, able to keep his composure, finds the hole. Nice run. Puma's able to bring him down, but Mountain Lions in business, but we've seen this before. Let's see if they decided to run the ball this time instead of put it in jeopardy in the air.
Would not surprise me if they decided just to go ahead and run the ball. Javon Thompson, the back, to Stancato's left. 3:15 left to go in the half. They do decide to run it, and Thompson bounces left. He's at the sticks, and he crosses the plane. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Probably what Mountain Ridge should have done on that first drive, but better late than never, I suppose, and they're on the board.
Yeah, nice cut back here by Thompson. You can see, surveying the defense, seeing what they got, and he sees this cutback lane, puts his head down, sniffs out the goal line. Nice job by the Mountain Lions on that drive to get back into this game.
.311 left to go in the first half. Comstock on the point after, almost got blocked, and he ends up putting it through the uprights. That'll be something to look out for later in the game, perhaps, if Mountain Ridge scores once again. 3:11 left to go. Still plenty of time and more for this Puma offense.
Yeah, that's an eternity for this offense. We've seen them go down the field in these situations in a blink of an eye, and so see if they take their time and try to burn out this clock and try to put one up as time kind of expires. Don't give Mountain Ridge a chance to answer. So, but Coach Modowski's got to be happy about that last drive. And I was talking to him about the difference between the junior college game and high school. And I played junior college football in LA area, and it is a different animal to say the least. And so it's managing a lot of different personalities and a lot of different backgrounds, to say. And so he said it's a little bit more calm at Mountain Ridge, and it's a little bit easier to control everything that's going on. And when you get those guys in junior college, boy, I'll tell you what, some of the stuff that went on when I played.
Hey now.
Good times.
All right.
Good memories.
Yeah, most certainly. Probably a lot easier to get these kids to buy in at this level rather than the JUCO level, as the pooch kick is going to the man you don't want it to go to, Jordan Young at the 20-yard line, waiting for some blocks to happen. Decides just to go ahead and run out of bounds near the 30-yard line. And that's where the Pumas will take over.
When we talk about, the JUCO, most people's familiarity with it is based off of maybe they saw Netflix Last Chance U, and that's a little bit of a different situation because you got TV cameras and all that stuff going on there. But everybody's kind of looking for something else or trying to move on to the next level. They all want something out of it, scholarship. So keeping the individuals in check in that situation is a lot harder. It's harder to keep that team together.
First play from scrimmage. Purdy going for it all, looking for Berger, and once again that ball just floating up in the air, kind of fluttering, and it falls incomplete just behind his receiver Berger.
I almost feel like on these deep balls that he's not trusting what he's seeing sometimes. It's like Berger's so wide open. He's like, wait, he is really open. And he doesn't really get all on it. Berger would have walked in there and hasn't come back to it, and defender able to make a play.
Mentioned Netflix and Last Chance U. They were filming something. Every single game I was at, they were filming something for SEC. I had assumed, or I was told it was for a documentary, something like Last Chance U. I don't think it ever saw the light of day. But here, how about this on second down? Purdy sees the light of day, wants to float it up for Berger, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Jack Evans once again. Another long pass from Purdy. It floats in the air, and Mountain Ridge with 2:45, a chance to pull within one score.
Yeah, I can see here Purdy goes to the right, gets flushed, breaks a tackle. Nice athletic move there. Almost here is where you got to take it down, take off running. He decides to pull up, off balance, falling backwards. Not going to fit in that window either way probably, and so Mountain Ridge, great defensive play, able to get the ball back for their offense. Plenty of time here, 2:45.
We could see a 21-point swing in this football game. If Mountain Ridge is able to find the end zone on this drive, they get the ball to start the second half. Second turnover of the game for the Pumas. Can Mountain Ridge take advantage? From the 32-yard line, Stancato goes over the middle to his brother Kyler Stancato, his first reception in this quarter, and he picks up about 15 yards there, first down.
Yeah, Stancato, when he stands tall and he has time, I mean, he's got a rocket of an arm for sure. And so that ball gets out of there in a hurry. He throws a nice tight spiral. Just he hasn't had a ton of time on the previous drives, and that time he stood tall and able to step into one. And you can see his ability as a passer as well as his ability as a runner. We've seen a lot in his first half.
Definitely an athlete. Absolutely. First and 10 now from the 47, 2:15 and counting. Mountain Lions only with one timeout.
And we were told that he is a very good baseball player as well as his brother, so.
I could definitely see it. Mountain Ridge really taking their time here. Under 2 minutes now left to go here in the half. Almost a false start. They don't call it. They throw up the fade for his brother Stancato. How about that? Back shoulder throw, complete inside the 30-yard line at the 27. Wow, what a ball.
Yeah, this is the play that Coach Jones was worried about, talking to him before. He said they just like to throw it up, and here it is. Little back action, nice job, adjustment by the receiver. Nothing you can really do about that. Ball's placed in the perfect spot. Receiver does his job, uses his body to shield himself from the defender. I mean, aside from you knowing what's going to happen as the DB, I'm sure DB doesn't understand the relationship there. And it's like they've done that a lot before.
Well, they might do it again here. Ball at the 28-yard line. First and 10. Looks to be press coverage up on the line. Doesn't look like there's any safety help looming. And they run a slip screen for him here on first down. And Stancato sheds off the initial tackle, gets inside the 25 to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Yeah, Lane able to come up and make the tackle. He's shaking that shoulder out a little bit. So, again, new defensive player the last couple weeks. He was the tight end. Number one option really on the offensive side of the ball as far as passing game considered, and they needed some help on the defensive side. They moved him over, but he's still hurting from that tackle.
Under a minute now left to go in the first half. Only one timeout remaining for the Mountain Lions. They're taking their time to get up to the line. As Stancato fakes the give, now floats it up on the far side. Jump ball, and it falls incomplete. He gave it a chance with the dive, but it falls to the ground.
So flag on the field. Pumas, good defense, it looked like all the way. And Aaron Henry running stride for stride, but not sure what the call was. It seemed like it'd be pass interference. They're kind of engaged with each other, but.
And pass interference is the call. I don't know about that one. I mean, it definitely didn't look like anything.
Yeah, it's one of those things when the receiver initiates the contact going downfield, and I'm not sure how you can call that against the Pumas, but it does go the way of the Mountain Lions with 40.6 seconds here left, and they get all their timeouts. So they're doing a good job of bleeding this clock out and not giving them the ball. They're going to get the ball to start the second half, too.
That's a big swing. There's a big opportunity here. It's a half the distance to the goal foul on the Puma, so the ball moves from 24 to the 12. 40 seconds left to go, and Stancato keeps. He's got pressure, and he's wrapped up and taken down from behind. Back all the way to the 25, and Mountain Ridge is forced to burn their last timeout.
Yeah, we talked about Kennedy getting some pressure all night, and he finally hits pay dirt here. You can see him coming inside. Doesn't fall for the fake. Almost gets that ball out. Nice job by Mr. Kennedy on that big play, pushing him backwards. Mountain Ridge now behind the sticks, second and long.
And they're backed up all the way to the 24-yard line. Loss of 12 on that play. It'll be second and 22 with 34 seconds left to go. Definitely a big chance here for the Mountain Lions if they're able to get this score. Have give or take around 20 seconds left if it's in this next couple plays. You pull within 7 points, you get the ball to start off the second half, and we could have ourselves a game on our hands once again.
Yeah, it's one of those things. This is a couple little mistakes here and there, and high school games could turn in a hurry, and this one is coming to that right now.
Second and 22 now from the 24. Stancato fakes the give, wanting to go to his brother Kyler Stancato. The catch is made at the 10. He's still on his feet, tackled at the 1-yard line. The clock will stop so they can set up the change. It'll be first and goal as both teams rush to the line of scrimmage. You have to imagine they're most likely going to give to Thompson once again. Clock running, and now we have a whistle coming from the near side.
Yeah, Pumas call a timeout, trying to get set up, and that's smart called timeout by them. I mean, 21 seconds left. You got to get the defense in you want. Hopefully you can stop. I mean, they're out of timeouts. Mountaineers out of timeouts, and so you figure they're going to maybe try to take one shot at it running the ball, and then you got to get up there quick and get a pass play in. So this is one of those things, is Madowski being an experienced coach, he's going to call 2 plays over there on the sideline right now. If one of them is a run, you call 2, you call the run. If it doesn't get in, and then you already have that next call ready, you have that offensive line, get up on the ball as quick as possible and get moving.
Ball spotted at the 2-yard line. And the halftime adjustment for the Pumas is going to be clear one way or the other. It's stop number 8 at all costs. Both teams retaking the field now. Mountain Ridge hanging around with the Pumas. 2 yards away from pulling within 1 score. They've definitely had a lot of chances in this football game. Now let's see if they can take advantage of this last one, converting on a Chubba Purdy interception. First and goal from the 2-yard line. They fake the give. They want to go to the far side, and it's batted and incomplete. Puma got his hands on the ball before it could get to its target. Now second and goal.
I'll tell you what, Stancato got rid of this ball just in time, because here it comes. Jackson Ford's coming, and he was about to put a hurting on him, and it was a good job getting rid of that ball.
And it didn't even look like Stancato knew he was coming either.
So now it's interesting to see what they're going to do. I figured they would have called 2 plays, go for a run. Now this is going to be pass all the way, and Puma's got to be ready for it. A run here would not be the wisest decision, so we'll see what they do. I mean, Coach Madowski's been around. See what they see up top, but Pumas had a lot of pressure inside that last play.
Second and 2, and they fake the pitch pass. Now they do go on the pitch pass. They do not rule that as a lateral throw. It falls incomplete. They fake the shovel, and the pass incomplete nonetheless.
Yeah, fake that, and Jackson Ford comes untouched. You want nothing to do with that, and that ball was out way before Stancato was ready to get rid of it. I think if he had time, that's probably a touchdown, but Jackson Ford coming free, unblocked. I don't want to stand in there and take that shot, neither did Stancato.
Now, 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line, 19 seconds left.
Got to think, yeah, put Stancato, move him here, give him a chance to run if he needs to, and a chance to throw if it's open. So he'd probably roll him some way, let his athleticism take over.
Shotgun set, and Stancato keeps it on the keeper. He faked everybody out. They faked the give to Thompson. Stancato keeps, and he finds the end zone. Mountain Ridge a point after away from pulling within 7 points.
So this is why it's an effective play. The linebackers all go with flow, and so anytime you get inside the 20, those zone read plays with the quarterback, the linebackers all get a little jumpy inside. They kind of take the bait a little bit more than they would in other situations. So that's a great call usually inside the goal line, because the backers are just a little more aggressive than usual.
And that right there might be a big play in this game. A fumbled snap between the long snapper and the holder. They don't even get the point after off. So Pumas will take that. They're up 21-13.
Yeah, Brock Lane able to come off the edge and make the tackle before anything could really get going. And so Pumas 15 seconds left. We'll see what the return does and determine if they're going to try to do anything here on offense. But they need to go in and talk about some of the decisions that are being made out there. And this game should have been put away. Now Mountain Ridge is going to go in with some confidence, start that second half.
Some confidence and some momentum into that second half. Of course, the Mountain Lions will get the ball to start off the second half. 15 seconds left to go, an 8-point game. Pumas started by scoring 21 unanswered, and now Mountain Ridge have responded with 13 unanswered. As the kick is booted, and it's going deep. It'll be Holdridge to return from the 7-yard line. Going on the far side, past the 20-yard line. Watch out, he's got some room to run. Knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they spot him. Looks like they're going to mark him out all the way at maybe it looks like the 45-yard line or so.
Yeah, I can see Holdridge, when he gets these returns, he's really patient. He doesn't just run up the back of his defenders or his blockers. He takes his time. He sees a seam and he hits it. And if you had a little cutback action, he didn't get pushed out, it might be in business. But let's see if they take one shot here, maybe try to get the ball down deep in the middle, take a timeout, and get a jump ball possibility here to end the half.
And roll them out of bounds at the 36. They have 9.6 seconds left to go here in the first half. And let's see what they do. Jordan Young, normally a receiver, lining up at running back. Purdy gets the snap. Quick little drop. He floats it up and is almost intercepted. You have to wonder what was supposed to be happening there on that play. Pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Jordan Young kind of looks like he's releasing here. I don't know if he was supposed to flip it out to Jordan Young, or he's throwing that right into coverage. That could have been a nightmare end of this half. And I think here, maybe we just take a knee and we go in and talk about it after that decision, and that's what they're going to do.
Definitely looked like there was some miscommunication. That was a pass into coverage without any velocity. Just kind of floated up in there. So after that near nightmare, Purdy takes the snap and he takes a knee, and we're at the end of the half, and it's 21-13. The Pumas still with the lead, but right now all the momentum is sitting on the other sideline.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, Pumas got up big and kind of pulled off the throttle, made some sloppy plays, and Mountain Ridge, like Coach Madowski said before the game, they're fighters. Those kids said all of them have bought in, and they're going to keep scrapping, and they've scrapped their way to a chance in this game, just down by 8 at half.
Oh, it's going to be a very interesting second half, and we hope you stay along with us. We're going to take a quick break right now. We'll have all the band festivities on the field. 21-13 to score. The Pumas up by 8, but Mountain Ridge starting with the football to start off the second half. Until then, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half of action of the first round of the 6A playoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Puma Regiment. The Puma Regiment is under the direction of Brandon Eastman and Benjamin Sampaio. Instructional staff members include Stephen Mossad, Taylor Morgan, Celine Ramos, Alan Wu, Mason Christopherson, and Brendan Colmore. For tonight's entertainment, the Puma Regiment will be performing their 2019 field show, Lawless, the Old West. Is the band ready? Drum majors Noel Redding and Eliana Rosler, you may take the field in performance. Let's give another round of applause.
Welcome back to John Wren Stadium for the second half of football between the Perry Pumas and the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions. 21-13 our score between these two teams. Mountain Ridge built up a lot of momentum heading into the half, scoring 13 unanswered points, including 2 touchdowns in a row to close out that second quarter. Took advantage of a Chubba Purdy interception, and we'll see. I think this is the first time, Brian, we always talk about Coach Jones and how he's a master at halftime adjustments. I think this is the first time where he's kind of matched step for step, so to speak, with Coach Medosky on the other sideline in terms of experience and just football knowledge.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, you know, you got a coach over there that knows what's going on, and he knows what you want to do, and he knows what you're good at. And so they've been able to do a good job of kind of limiting Purdy so far with taking off running, and that's really kind of where he's been able to hurt a lot of teams. We haven't seen any of that tonight, and so you can see that the scheme-wise for the Mountain Lions, they said, look, we're not going to let them run. We'll make them throw the ball and make them throw the ball from the pocket. And so far it's worked. He's got a couple of decent plays on pass plays, but really only 14 points for the offense in that first half. Got to be happy with that.
The push kick is away and caught at the 27-yard line, and they're not moving much further than that. It looks like the Lions will start off at the 32-yard line, down by 8 points. And rolling down at the 30-yard line will be Keegan Stancato to come up and lead this team once again. Probably going to be looking for his brother Kyler Stancato.
Yeah, that's a nice form tackle by Murray there for the Pumas, getting down there in coverage and right there waiting for him as he got through. And so good job by the senior.
Well, this should be an interesting half. First half definitely closed very interestingly between these two teams. A lot of points put up on the board in just one half of play. As Stancato taking his time, dissecting the defensive set for the Pumas. Now gets the snap, looking far side, and now throwing far side. Hits Stancato, his brother, in the back. He literally hit him in the back. Stancato was never ready for the ball, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the reason why I hit him in the back, and we'll watch this play, he was blocking. So I'm not sure who he was blocking, but he is blocking on this.
Total miscommunication there.
Yeah, and so, I mean, in essence, I mean, you could have called a pass interference play.
Probably should have.
So
probably should have.
It's interesting that they didn't call it, but yeah, that should have been pass interference.
Well, they start off completely on different pages on first down. Now let's see if they can dial it back in on second from the 30-yard line. Stancato throwing on the far side. English does a nice job to maintain the catch. He'll pick up a couple yards. It'll be 3rd and long, however, for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, Pumas up, able to go and make the tackle, but here comes up top, as we talked about, Kennedy's going to get pressure. Here he comes. Right off that edge, beats his man. Able to put the pressure, wants to get rid of that ball way earlier than he wanted to get that out of his hands. And Pumas chance to go 3 and out here early, 3rd and 7. Got to keep Stancato in the pocket and take away Stancato number 8. Keep Stancato number 4 in the pocket.
It looked like a quasi pick play that Mountain Ridge were trying to run there. However, it was the receiver, English, who got picked. He was the only one who was kind of bumped off his spot. 3rd and 7 now. Stancato pump fakes now, throwing for his brother, and Kyler Stancato, the receiver, is tackled miles before the ball gets there. The flag is down at the 41-yard line. Most likely be pass interference here.
Yeah, Pumas bring extra here with Brock Lane coming up the middle, has time to get there, and Rome just tackles the receiver. First down for Mountain Ridge.
You don't really got to know a ton about football to spot that one. So the Mountain Lions will take advantage of the penalty. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. That's a killer for the Pumas. Probably would have gotten off the field there.
Yeah, had good pressure. The ball wasn't really that accurate. It was going to be kind of a jump ball situation. So Pumas look like going to bring Lane again, and maybe he'll drop out.
And they give up the middle to Thompson. Nothing doing on that one. Wrapped up in the backfield for a loss of a couple yards.
Yeah, Jorian just blows this thing up, and you can see Lane's going to blow it A-gap, come right through, and Jorian just blows his blocker back into the backfield. Nice job by Jorian, just powering through that offensive lineman for Mountain Ridge. tackle for a 2.5-yard loss.
Mountain Ridge break huddle. Now approach the line of scrimmage. 10:20 left to go here in the third quarter. First drive in this half for either team. Stancato dropping back, throwing over the middle, is falling incomplete. Flag comes in on the far side. Have to see what we get here.
It's either going to be defensive holding or a pick by Mountain Ridge. I'm not sure which one we're going to see here. Let's take a look. I'm not holding on the
Yeah,
Pumas.
they call defensive holding against Perry. So another penalty for the Pumas.
2 automatic first downs too, so.
So they'll keep it at a 10-yard penalty here. They'll keep it at second down, actually.
Oh, yeah, not automatic first down in high school like it is in the pros and college.
One of those kind of quirks in the rules. So it'll be 2nd and 2. And over the middle, the pass goes. It falls incomplete. Flag coming in from the back judge there. Andre Mayberry in coverage. And this is going to go against the Pumas.
Yeah, I'm not sure here. Mayberry here in the defense in the slot gets a little pull, tug there, but unless he spun him, I'm not sure why that was a penalty, but ref is down there, and he might have saw a little grab of the hip as he went to go bat that ball away, but looked like good coverage from here. But another pass interference penalty. 2 on this drive for the majority of the offensive movement of this ball.
Also, that's what I was just about to say, is come off penalties. Is mainly why Mountain Ridge is down here. Perhaps maybe Mayberry hooked the arm of the receiver, and maybe it was only visible from that angle, from the back judge angle, but nonetheless, it's a first down. Stancato wanting to throw pressure right in his face. Watch out! How about that for a hit? Lane with the sack. Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah, sweet. Maybe a halftime adjustment here. We see here Lane's been coming a lot on this series, and so here he comes from the linebacker position, untouched. And that's a big boy hitting you. So Brock Lane with a full head of steam. He's a big man, and that's not a hit that Stancato wants to feel, and he's going to end up thinking about it next time he drops back to pass and find out and identify where number 81 is.
Brock Lane comes in 6'5", 230. That's a grown man hitting you right there.
For sure.
Loss of 8 yards on the sack. 2nd and 18 now from the 38-yard line. Mountain Ridge only down by 1 possession, trying to pull themselves back into this game. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Stancato throwing over the middle, and it is intercepted. The Pumas get the ball back at the 15-yard line, and they get momentum right back on their side.
Yeah, I can see here, Pumas bring pressure again, almost get home. Great coverage by the defender with the pick. Mountain Ridge, another hopeful drive, goes down to the turnover.
That's tough. That's Horshecki on the interception for the Pumas. And as the underdog in this game clawing back, that is a very tough pill to swallow. That's a backbreaker.
Yeah, Horshecki does his job as turning out with that receiver and running with him.
Now on first down, they give to Jordan Young on the sweep, and he trips over his own feet near the line of scrimmage.
That's the turf monster. That's not tripping over your own feet. So he's trying to make a decision and ends up running himself into the ground. So let's see what they can do here.
They give him a pity yard of 1 on the carry, 2nd and 9. As Chuba gets a snap, 3-step drop, has plenty of time, steps up, and is going to take off and run, coming to the near side, past the 30, puts his foot in the ground, and there he goes. Chuba Purdy to the 40-yard line. Big gain here for the Pumas. Looks like a gain of almost 24 yards up to the 41 or 42.
Yeah, that's what Mountain Ridge didn't want to happen. This is where he's most dangerous. Purdy steps up inside, and he gets a full head of steam. He's a big body, running right through arm tackles. Huge gain for the Pumas, getting him out from underneath their end zone shadow. So Pumas now with the ball in great field position at the 41-yard line.
And they end up giving him 25 yards there, and that's the type of player we've seen Chubba Purdy rather that he can be here. They give to Nathaniel Miles, he covers inside the 30-yard line. And that was just patient running right behind his blocker, and it's a big gain.
Yeah, I can see Miles here, just follows his guard and tackle around the corner, hits it up in the seam, and being patient gets run down from behind, but nice job by Miles. Big gain as the Pumas looking to do some damage here in this opening drive for them in the second half.
Well, they throw quick on the flat to Jordan Young, just get the ball in his hands and let him make a move. Flag coming in from the head official after the catch was made.
Got to get Berger for a hold up top there.
And yep, that is going to be the call. So there'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the hold. So depending on where it's at, this could be a pretty costly penalty. Looks like they will spot the Pumas back at the 36-yard line. So it'll be a loss of 11 yards there. First and 22 officially. 4 wide here for the Pumas. Purdy with time to throw, steps up in the pocket, now is going to scramble, sheds off a couple tackles, and has some room. How about another missed tackle? And another. Chubba Purdy inside the 20-yard line. Close to the markers, going to be just short, but gets it into second and manageable.
That's the thing we haven't seen in the last few weeks is Chubba able to step up inside, a little loose with the ball, but makes the defender miss, and now it's power run game downfield, and those DBs want nothing to do with that. Tell you right now, and so Purdy with the whole full head of steam is a DB's nightmare.
Yeah, there's very few defensive backs at this level that can stop Chubba Purdy when he is running at full speed. Design run here for Purdy, past the markers, inside the 10, inside the 5, just get the job done yourself, and that's exactly what he does from 17 yards away. It's another touchdown for the Pumas.
Yeah, you can see here, design run, might as well get him, got him lathered up, hits the thing, and watch number 6. Yeah, he wants nothing to do with that. That's called a pit dive. You just dive straight down and act like you're trying to make the tackle when you really don't want anything to do with it, because you don't want your head to kind of be rattled around there inside that helmet as you try to take on that thigh of Chubba Purdy with the full head of steam.
And this half starting very similarly to the first half, as the extra point from McCarthy is through the uprights. 28-13 now. Perry up by 15. You had Mountain Ridge driving down the field, albeit because of penalties. Well, you throw an interception, and just like that, on the turn of a dime, Perry goes right down the field. They go almost 70 yards, and they score a touchdown.
Yeah, and so that's what the Pumas needed. We talk about halftime adjustments. We see it all the time. If you've watched our broadcast before, you know very few teams see the game the way that this staff does, and got a lot of experience down there on the sideline. You got some former NFL players down there. You got one of the quarterback gurus of the last 20 years, 30 years in the United States on that sideline as well. Geez, probably 40 years of Coach Axman, who's actually written books on the game, quarterbacking game. And so not a lot of stones that are going to be left unturned down there by this staff. So may not always have the athletes to beat you, but definitely going to try to put their kids in the best position to get at you, and they're typically able to do it.
Absolutely, lots of knowledge on this coaching staff. And it's very visible in the way that Perry played the game every single week. McCarthy's kick, kind of an end-over-end kick, takes a bobble. Now it's in the hands of Derek English. He is a receiver, so he's used to having the ball in his hand. He gets to the 30-yard line, and that's where he is wrapped up and taken down. And that's where Mountain Ridge will start their second drive here this half.
Again, Puma kick cover team doing a great job getting down there. Is Eckert able to make the tackle? The junior doing a good job breaking down and wrapping up the returner on that play. So let's see if this Puma defense can come up with another big turnover, able to convert both turnovers they've had in this game into points.
Zancato gets the snap. They pitch it out to Javon Thompson. He's trying to bounce outside, looking for anything to develop. Nothing does, though. It gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard on that carry.
Yeah, nice job stringing that out by that defense, and Mayberry able to come in there and clean that thing up from the safety position. Be a loss of 1, maybe, or like you said, no gain, half a yard.
.703 left to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9.5 for Stancato. As he looks on the far side, fires that way to English, and the turf monster got him as well, trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. Just couldn't do it. He falls down. It'll be 3rd and long here for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, the grass down there is really non-existent at this point of the year. It's all kind of gone dormant. They dried out real quick here in the Chandler Unified School District. I have always been of the belief that they kept watering, it'd be green right now, but I think they cut the water sometime in October and let it go dormant. And so it starts to get a little slick, especially when there's any kind of moisture out from the sky, but not too moist down there on the field at all. Nothing doing as far as dew point.
3rd and 7 now. Stancato is looking to throw deep. A flag coming in from the far side, likely to be a hold against the Pumas. English, the intended receiver, looked like he got knocked around a little bit. And you see right there, hold is the call. So it's not an automatic first down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of those tonight for the Pumas, and so the double moves, they're getting caught on double moves, and they're grabbing on when they do. And not a terrible decision if you know you're going to get beat, so take the 10-yarder and move along.
And ball moves up to the 44 now. We've mentioned it before on the last drive, but really penalties have been the only offensive production for the Mountain Lions in this second half. Kyler Stancato, the receiver, has been held in check throughout the first 6 minutes of this third quarter. We got a whistle coming in on the near side, and the Pumas are going to burn a timeout.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what they were in defense. I want to make sure they're doing the right thing and not give up a big play here. You know, we got a nice 2-score lead. Just want to make it easy for this offense. So good decision, get everybody on the same page, make sure we're not going to give up a big play here and let them into the game.
So the Pumas up by 15 points here in the third quarter, here in the first round, as both teams start to retake the field. Of course, the Pumas having their eye on a game going on over in Ahwatukee right now. Desert Vista and Basha will get an update as soon as we get one.
Yeah, 17-13 at halftime in that game. Basha was down 17-0, able to come back and make a game of it. And so we talked about the ability for that Basha team, that a lot of injuries, but still pretty tough. So scrappy team down there just south of here on Val Vista.
1st and 10, they find Kyler Stancato running across the flat. Nothing doing there on that one. Only a gain of about a yard or so for the receiver.
Yeah, nice coverage there by Rome all over it. Able to make the tackle in the open field as well. Another game of interest in 6A. Brophy down 14-12 to Mesa Mountain View.
Interesting.
The number 2 seed in 6A had a little trouble at home tonight. 5:41 left in the third quarter. That would be a gigantic upset.
Pumas in search of their elusive state championship here in football. They've been ever so close. And this year, perhaps the best chance out of any of the former years, as the pass going for Kyler Stancato falling incomplete.
Yeah, pressure again by Lane, kind of in the face of the quarterback, not able to step up in there. And again, we talked about how Lane coming bearing down on it. You don't want to step up in there, so it's a big deal. And as we say that, Broncos able to recover a fumble, it looks like. and still down by 2. But Brophy defense kind of carries that team, and so they rely on that defense big time.
3rd and 8 now from the 46. .546 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. You get the feeling that Mountain Ridge really needs this. They want to stick around in this football game, or at least have enough time to stick around in this game. Stancato. They want the slip screen, and it's covered up from the start. 5-6 Pumas in on the tackle on Derek English. That play never had a chance.
Yeah, that thing was dead from the beginning. The defensive line read it. They come out of it. They come down the line, and the DB does a great job coming off of his blocker, and he's back there in the backfield causing havoc. McKinley, the senior, does a great job with Mayberry cleaning it up for him. So Mountain Ridge to be forced to give this ball back to this Puma offense that was clicking with Chubba Purdy's legs, doing the heavy lifting on that last drive.
And Berger is back deep to return. His heels at the 15-yard line. Punt is up and away. Wobbling kick. Berger waves his hand for a fair catch, and he makes that catch at the 20-yard line. That's where the Pumas will start. 5 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Mountain Ridge made a little bit of a run at the end of the 1st half, but you think here if the Pumas can find the end zone, that'll probably be the icebreaker in this game.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that Pumas want to see if they can control this clock too, probably on this drive, and eat up as much of this 3rd period as they can, and then you get up by that 3rd score going into the 4th, and it's a tough road to hoe for anybody.
Well, they give Today here on 1st down and gets hit hard, but picks up some nice yardage. It looks like a gain of about 8 or 9 on the carry. Could have had a chance to make it more, but a nice open field tackle there stopped him before anything got going.
Yeah, you got to be happy with that on 1st down. And Day picking up positive yardage.
They do give him 8 yards. Now Purdy fakes the give, fakes the throw, now wants to run, and watch out. There goes Chubba Purdy. He can make things happen with his feet. Gets into plus territory on the other side of the 50-yard line down to the 48-yard line, and Chubba is lightning quick.
That's where they're jumping that zone route we talked about before, that RPO, and they run in the hitch, they jump it, he pulls it down, takes off with it. Still looking for the pump fake because they're overplaying that big time.
Puma's moving quick here. Purdy wanting to go deep. Everyone just running down the field. Now he lays it up there for Jordan Young, and it falls incomplete. Dangerous type of play there. Young extending, diving for the catch. Got hit in the air, and that falls incomplete.
Yeah, I can see here right at the end. Young tries to lay out for it, not able to come up with a good job by the defender. Putting a hit on Young, but Young with the chance at it. The last second there, but Purdy putting that ball up in the air for a long time.
And the ball did kind of float up there for Young. 2nd and 10 now from the 48 as they give Today once again. This time, nothing doing on this one. They give him back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Pumas at the Mountain Ridge 48-yard line.
This is zone play. I'd like to see Day just work this edge a little bit more. If you watch this offensive line, if 2 guys pull, he's got outside. He's got 2 blockers that are really going to get caught inside. He needs to keep going to that edge and not cut back there. He's a little bit more patient there, waiting for his line to get into position. But they had a wall built on the outside.
3rd and 10 now for Purdy. He's got all day to throw. Decides to tuck it in and run. Breaks one arm tackle. Still going. Hurdles a man. And there he goes with some open field. Turf Monster kind of gets him inside the 10-yard line. He's tackled inside the 5. 1st and goal of Pumas. And, man, if he kept his footing, probably would have scored.
That's another one. We got the replay here. You can see Purdy steps up inside. And here it comes, the hurdle. Or whatever. Side kick. Some kind of move there. And he is able to take off and get some guys in pursuit, tries to lower the boom, not able to carry the defender in the end zone, but nice run by Purdy, another big play. This has kind of been the theme in the 2nd half.
Well, looks like we have some flags moving. Some movement on the line. And it'll be encroachment on Mountain Ridge, so they'll move the Pumas half the distance to the goal, up to the 2.5-yard line. And so much for using the clock here. They started at the 30-yard line. They've burned about 90 seconds.
Big plays kind of will do that to you.
Ball to the 2-yard line. The running back is Nathaniel Miles. And Purdy fakes the option to him. He fakes the pitch. He gets the defender to bite, and he strolls in the end zone for a touchdown. The Pumas now coming out on all cylinders here in the second half offensively. 34-13 our score now in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is tough as a defender. You can see here, when you fake that pitch one-on-one, he doesn't. He's dead in the water. He's got to make a decision and either slow play it, keep bouncing outside, and then come back. But not really prepped for that. Not something they've run a lot. Pumas have not shown that play a ton. And easy touchdown there for Purdy. As we see him hit pay dirt again. Pumas about to go up 35-13.
And they do exactly that. McCarthy's point after is through the uprights. And the Pumas now with a 22-point lead over the Mountain Lions with 3:16 left to go here in the third quarter.
This 6A bracket is craziness today. Queen Creek, home team in that game, they are down to Boulder Creek 28-27.
Wow.
Boulder Creek, we saw them earlier. We knew from watching that game, they're a dangerous team. I mean, they had some playmakers. The running back did a lot of damage against us. We just outscored them. They couldn't keep pace with us at all. And so a team that got to be worried about now. Basha up 20-17 over Desert Vista. 20 unanswered points for Basha in this game.
Unbelievable.
And I tell you what, Coach McDonald down there does a good job with what he's given, and they're a scrappy team. We saw that last week. This kind of ran out of gas against us last week, and so great coaching job down there for the Bears. You got some top seeds that are in trouble. Not here, kind of chalk, but some other part of this bracket B, if everything holds up, things gonna be a mess. You're gonna have half the top of the bracket gone.
You could call that the effect of the open division. As Mountain Ridge return the kickoff to the 37-yard line, we'll call it.
Yeah, you almost start to wonder if some of these teams that are, I don't know if you want to consider them blue bloods. Desert Vista kind of hits that mark, and maybe they think that it's going to be a cakewalk because they're the higher seed, and Basha not having it. We've seen that the last 2 years from that team.
Well, 1st and 10 now from Stancato, and he throws on the near side, and Mayberry having none of that, forces English out of bounds, and did that disrespectfully so.
Yeah, Mayberry, you can see here, jumps this and just puts the boom on him and says, yeah, I don't think so. Let's quit doing this.
Pick up 2 yards on that play.
What I like about that play is the guy was kind of close out of bounds, but that ref wound that clock. I like to see that. It's a good job by him.
You do like to see that.
I like to see that.
You like to see that.
Yeah. 25-point lead here.
2:30 left to go here in the third quarter. We appreciate you sticking with us. Jordan Palacio, Brian Bernier. This first round of the 6A playoffs here in 2019. Stancato going over the middle, throwing into triple coverage. Pass falls incomplete. Kyler Stancato, the receiver, wanted a flag. Nothing doing there, and it's third down.
I think maybe the adjustment, too, was let's make sure Stancato doesn't get any catches, because you can see here, like you said, triple coverage. And I'll tell you what, if it was the 1990s, Luke Roche would have probably put a big hit on the receiver, but that is now a big-time penalty and probably an ejection. But
yeah,
back in the old days, you would have taken a lick on that one.
Triple coverage, and in there was Kobe Rome. Brock Lane, you throw a 6'5" guy on a guy who's about 6 feet tall, and Stancato. Now on 3rd and 8. Keegan Stancato forced out of the pocket, and he's taken down on the second try. A big sack for the Pumas, and Mountain Ridge is going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, you can see here, good pressure by the Pumas. Mayberry beats his guy right off the line. Has a chance to get him, can't get it, but Ford's there to clean it up. Mayberry's a little frustrated, but he needs to go celebrate with his teammate instead of being selfish there, being mad he didn't make the tackle, but able to help in on the big loss.
And definitely was a big part of that sack. Ford gets credit for it. Another punt here for Mountain Ridge. Spiraling punt, watch out, takes a bounce at the near 45-yard line and will roll out past the 35 to the 34. With 1:22 remaining here in the third quarter, the Pumas up by 22 points.
I'd like to see if maybe we give somebody else a series here coming up. We'll get our backup quarterback some snaps in this game. Maybe Purdy go down and score one more, and then you give these backups some experience in a playoff game and get your starters out of harm's way.
Well, we'll see what they decide to drop with the fourth quarter. For the time being, it is Chubba Purdy. Dane White, the backup for the Pumas, is left on the sideline, at least for now. First down here from the 34-yard line for the Pumas. Purdy fakes the give, wanting to go deep outside, and the pass is caught. Big play here for the Pumas all the way down to the 20-yard line. And whatever Chubba Purdy did, he made the adjustment. That ball was in stride and caught by Berger.
Yeah, you can see this is what we talked about, the double move on this RPO. Show RPO look. Pump fakes it right by the defender. Nice job by Berger making the adjustment on the ball in the air. And a big gain. Berger, the home run hitter on this offense for the receiver position. Really catches those deep balls well.
Now on the next play from scrimmage, watch out. Purdy pressured, and he'll just chuck this one out of bounds very safely so. Incomplete for second down, but Berger and with the combination of Jordan Young, definitely some big play athletes.
Yeah, it's just Berger's been able to get behind. We've seen him get behind a lot of guys all year. Young kind of the underneath guy, and he'll make a miss and outrun people after he gets the ball in his hands. But Berger's hit some really big plays, and he's averaging a big clip on his receiving too. I think we checked it before. He's averaging 24.4 yards a catch, which is astronomical.
And I think that's only going to go up after tonight's game as well. They give to Nwanko here on second down. He's spinning out of a couple tackles, keeping the feet moving, doesn't give up on the play. Shows some nice effort there. Flag coming in very late. It's a gain of 3 pending the call.
I don't know if Nwanko was going to the spin cycle on purpose.
1, 2.
Or was just forced to spin. I'm not sure he made the conscious decision or not. So
let's see what the penalty is here. Flag came in very late. And they're going to call a personal foul on the Pumas. Perhaps maybe a late hit, unnecessary hit. I'm not sure, but the Pumas will be backed up 15 yards.
Little extracurricular at the end of the play, and so.
So it'll be a net loss of 13 yards. 3rd and 23 now for the Pumas. Clock running. Let's see if they probably will run one more play here unless it's an incomplete pass. Purdy gets the snap, looking to throw, pump fakes, now takes off. Staying behind the line of scrimmage, now sidearm throws it, and it's caught, looks like, by Holdridge up inside the 25, up to the 22-yard line. He makes the catch. Purdy floats it up with a sidearm, and that'll do it for the third quarter. The Pumas 12 minutes away from winning this game, moving on to the second round. Really winning is the only thing that matters in the playoffs, and they have a very good chance of doing that. They're up by 22 points. As we'll take a quick break here from John Wren Stadium. The Pumas 35 and Mountain Ridge 13. Welcome back to John Wren Stadium. Both teams on the field now.
4th and 13 for the Pumas.
Pumas are saddled with a 4th and 13 from the 23-yard line. And the offense on the field, why not go for it? You're up by 22 points. But Coach Jones is going to take an extra chance to look at this. He burns a timeout, his second one of the half.
So an update over from Queen Creek just down the street here. Queen Creek now leading Boulder Creek 35-28, so able to kind of cut into that lead slowly but surely and able to finally take control. We'll see what happens in that fourth quarter of that game. And so looks like Desert Vista now threatening finally in that game against Basha. Got the ball down close. Oh, but Basha with the turnover on the 2-yard line.
Wow.
Desert Vista going in to score, turns the ball over. Basha able to strip the ball at the 2-yard line, fall on it. Basha's ball now, still up 20-17.
So we might have 2 years in a row. It's very plausible. You have 2 years in a row of the Val Vista rivalry in the playoffs.
That is true.
4th and 13 now out of the timeout. Pumas do go for it. Purdy rolling to his right, has a stop, has to throw it, going for the end zone for Holdridge, and what a play made by the defensive back for Mountain Ridge, getting a hand on the ball. That's Dylan Johns. Tipping the ball, and it falls incomplete, and Mountain Ridge take over.
Yeah, Purdy just kind of drifting out in space here. Almost looks here he could have cut back and run it. Takes a shot. Nice defense by Mountain Ridge, and they're able to get off the field. A chance to get this offense the ball again.
Down by 3 possessions. Definitely need to start making some moves. 11:51 left to go in the game.
Yeah, it's going to take some onside kicks and some other things for Mountain Ridge to be able to get back in this, but starts with the first score, then you can move on from there.
Stancato in the gun, waiting for the snap. He gets it. Now drops back, wanting to go deep. Throws it up for his brother, Kyler Stancato. What a catch he makes inside the 50-yard line. There's nothing you can do about that. However, he's out of bounds. A flag coming in on the far side. It'll be either holding or pass interference, so it'll be a first down nonetheless probably for Mountain Ridge.
Here it is, throws it up. One-handed catch.
Unbelievable.
But he's running along the outside line the whole way. So they're going to call pass interference. Going to get 15, but take away that brilliant catch by Stancato.
Even though it was incomplete, one of the better catches you'll see at this level. Great concentration as the Pumas will suffer the 15 yards, and Mountain Ridge will move up to the 38-yard line now. 11:45 left to go in the ball game. Stancato now. They set up the screen for Thompson, and they got room to work with. Thompson trying to put his foot in the ground, loses his footing a little bit, tackled on the play, past the 50-yard line. It'll be a new set of downs for the Mountain Lions.
This is a missed call by the refs here. This should be a legal man downfield. The ball is thrown past the line of scrimmage with the lineman down. That should be a legal man downfield. That guy's got to be behind the line of scrimmage to receive that ball like that. Missed call there.
Well, Mountain Ridge certainly take advantage of it. To the 47-yard line now, Stancato throwing the out route, same type of pass pattern. He threw the pick 6 on. It falls incomplete for second down. $11:15 left to go in the game. 35-13 our score. Stancato gets the play call from head coach Medosky. Pumas were going to make a last-second sub, but decide not to. 4 wide here for the Mountain Lions. Stancato in the gun, gets the snap. Drops back now Scrambles to his right side, to the far side, knocked out of bounds. Past the line of scrimmage, he'll pick up a yard if that. He was hit hard out of bounds, it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Jackson Ford over there, not gonna let him get away with the free one. Puts a little lick on him, dumps him out of bounds pretty far into his sideline.
And they give him a yard on the play. Clock stops, he goes out of bounds, 11:08, so left to go here in the game, 3rd and 9. 2 down territory here for the Mountain Lions, unless Stancato takes a sack here. And watch out, he's got pressure, and that's exactly what he does. 3 Pumas all meet on Stancato at the very same time, and they sack him back to the Mountain Ridge 45-yard line.
Yeah, it was an army of defenders come here short, leading the way. Kennedy in there, yeah, everybody was in there, so I don't know if you can split up a sack into thirds, but that might be what they need to do on the stat sheet, is Lacey in there as well on the sack.
Well, now you have 4th and 18 from the 45. Offense still on the field. The Pumas were expecting a punt. Cade Berger was back deep, ready to return. He has to sprint off back onto the sideline. And we'll see here. Maybe Mountain Ridge can take advantage of this. This is man cover across the board here. No safety help deep.
I think they're going to throw it up to little brother here.
Probably a good idea. It's press coverage. The throw is over the middle, and it's caught. Big play for Mountain Ridge. Cole Mitchell on the reception for the Mountain Lions. He's taken down hard, but they make good do on the lack of communication on the Pumas defense.
Yeah, beats his defender across his face, and nice job. He said no safety help in the middle. Easy play for the receiver to get open on that, but he's down, took a hard hit, maybe caught a little bit too much of the ground as he got pulled down by the defender.
And he's a little worse for wear right now. Mitchell listed on the roster as a quarterback. 5'9" junior. Kind of got twisted around on that play. It looks like they're looking maybe at his right leg, maybe his knee. .10:08 left to go here in the game. 35-13 is still our score.
1 minute, 8 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter at Desert Frisco.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line as Mitchell still being tended to on the field, and he's propped up, and he's gonna have to hop off to the sideline. Yeah, it looks like that right leg is sticking out. Can only wish the best for him. Hope he is feeling all right. Hopefully he can get back into this game before it ends.
Yeah, it makes a huge play. You hate to see him go down after making such a pivotal conversion on that long 4th down that was basically going to end this game if they weren't able to convert, because they're going to give the Pumas the ball on that side of the field. Got to figure Pumas would be able to convert to make it a 4-score game at that point.
Well, nonetheless, they get the ball on the 27-yard line after picking up that 4th down conversion. 22-point game here. Mountain Ridge trying to cling on to any chance that they have. Pass over the middle is swatted away by Andrew Mayberry. Pass was a little behind English, the receiver, and Mayberry did just enough to break up the pass.
Yeah, maybe he's gotten a couple of these tonight. You can see here, just does his job, plays leverage, knows what's coming. You don't jump a pass like that if you don't know what they're trying to do. So good job by Mayberry recognizing the route combination and jumping the route that he's responsible for.
2nd and 10 now.
2nd and 10.
9:38 left to go here in the game. Pumas looking to cruise their way into the 2nd round and take on the winner of DV and Basha, which is a closely contested game. Watch out, they have the home run ball, and they hit it out of the park. Stancato to Stancato for a 27-yard touchdown. Busted coverage there from the Pumas. Looks like the DB fell down, and the Mountain Lions take advantage, and they hit on the score.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. Take a look up top here. Yeah, DB just falls down. Throw it up to him, and nice and easy. Like playing catch pregame.
That's exactly what that is. Let's see what they decide to do here. You have to go for two at some point, down by 22, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now.
I don't like going for it here. Just keep kicking it till you need it. You don't want to take the wind out of the sails here when you get a little momentum. If you don't get it, then it's kind of like, oh man, I'm never going to get there. So
They've struggled from this sort of range too, from the 3-yard line. This is where they threw the pick 6 on this side of the field exactly.
see if they do another quarterback keep here. Nope.
Well, Stancato rolling to his right now, stutter steps, and he's going to run it himself, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Really nothing doing on that play. You kind of almost have to question the call there if it was an option or if he was going to have the choice to throw back across the field.
Yeah, I don't know if this is just a quarterback sweep the whole way, and doesn't look like anybody's really working to get open. Yeah, it's quarterback sweep the whole way.
Wow.
Everybody's blocking, so Puma's all over that.
And Coach Medosky decides to go for it. They don't get it, so they pick up another 6 points. And now trailing by 16.
Now it's 2 conversions. Either way, you
that's
got
tough.
to get it. So hard enough to get 1. You won't have to get 2.
9:32 in the game. Trailing by those 2 possessions, and we'll see what they decide to do here on this kickoff.
So end of the third, Desert Vista now up 24-20 in that game on a 41-yard touchdown run by Tyson Grubb. So big play by the Thunder, able to recapture the lead and break that 20-point scoring streak that Basha had. So see if Basha can manage some offense.
I know it would be an upset, but I'm not sure if you're Perry that you would typically, or if you really want to see Bash, as the onside kick is a good one. Flag coming in, and it looks like it'll be offsides on Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, the familiarity thing is a problem sometimes, but I think the Pumas would be able to handle Basha again it was like we saw last year. They had a little bit of trouble, but then they eventually kind of figured it out. And the Bears were, knowing that they're underdogs, are willing to take risks that they normally wouldn't take, and that's hard to coach against sometimes. And you can't really prep for it when, they don't. They know that they shouldn't be really there, so they're willing to take a lot more risks. And so it's hard to prep for that as a staff.
Also, offside is the call, so now and this makes this onside kick a lot harder. Let's see if they decide to do that. They do. No, they pooch it up. And they pooch it up right to the danger man here, Jordan Young, who returns at the 25-yard line, working to the outside on the far sideline, past the 40-yard line. And the Pumas will start off with good field position, but they try the onside kick, have the penalty, bring it back 5 yards, and they have to concede by kicking it to the Pumas.
Yeah, I don't know if that, the 5-yard penalty, what's the difference? Maybe they thought they were going to catch him by surprise. It's basically you need to stop here. If you don't get a stop here, then bring in the fat lady because this game is going to be over.
Well, they have all 3 timeouts, and yeah, at this point, it just comes down to making stops. See if Purdy and company can put this game on ice. They run the ball on first down, and it's not going anywhere. Watch out, late hit. This is going to be a personal foul on the Pumas. They're going to lose 15 yards here. Hit coming late at the very end of the play.
Let's see what we got here. You got a little play here, and then as we're trying to get up off the pile.
No, it's near at the 45. Yeah, near at the 45-yard line. So it'll be a personal foul on the Pumas. They'll lose 15 yards here.
Hard to recover from that too. Dead ball foul, and now you're looking at 2nd and 25.
Also, that's a good start for Mountain Ridge. They have the Pumas lose 15 yards and a down on that play. They have to keep the ball in front of them. That's easier said than done, though, against this offense. Purdy rolling left. Now looking to throw back over the middle. Lets it air it out. He's looking for Berger, and just in front of him. Can't make the connection on that play. Had him, but just can't hit him.
Yeah, we're talking about Berger being the deep threat. Runs a little post action here and almost gets there, just a little tripped up at the end. A little bit too much juice on there by Chuba. We talked about he's been underthrowing, and then sort of throws that by a couple yards.
Now 3rd and 25. Pumas looking to put this game on ice. I'm not sure if it's a combination of the Pumas playing a little slow tonight, Mountain Ridge doing a nice job of keeping with the Pumas, but Perry really haven't been able to put Mountain Ridge away. They've kind of let them just hang around in this game. Here's a snap on 3rd and 25. Purdy doing a full 360, now having to improvise behind the line of scrimmage, still looking for someone to throw to. Now sets his feet, does throw across the far side, and it's incomplete. Holdridge was pulled out of bounds. Flag coming in past the, or after the pass was made. Maybe Purdy passed the line of scrimmage, perhaps?
Probably a legal man downfield, and the play extends this long. Let's see who holds their water, trying to run a screen, and those linemen typically are going to think it's going to get downfield, and they start looking back. You get a little leeway of a couple of yards. The guys kind of started drifting. I don't think there was anything they did on purpose. I think they just lost where they were on the field. So a couple guys were about 3.5 yards out there. So
penalty decline nonetheless on 3rd down. Make it 4th now. 8:36. Mountain Ridge do their job. Javon Thompson back deep to return for Mountain Ridge. They force a 3-and-out, and we'll get the ball back with about 8:30 left to go, depending on how long this punt takes. 8:36 right now. It's a low snap from McCarthy. Punt almost blocked, and he almost got hit. He tries his best to sell it. Kick goes out of bounds, no flag. As you can hear the crowd, they wanted a flag, but McCarthy was going for his Oscar right there.
There's a little contact there late. So.
No, it was a little contact. I think the problem is McCarthy fell about 3 seconds after he was touched.
Kickers are sensitive. It's one of those things.
So the punt, not a very good one, only going to the 49-yard line. Mountain Ridge in business. 8:30 left. They're only down by 16 points. Sure, they need to score twice and get the 2-point conversion twice, but we've definitely seen crazier things in high school football.
Yeah, they have plenty of time. There's an eternity left in this game,
And Stancato wanted to go deep, and it's intercepted. That does not help. Mayberry on the interception down the near side to the 40-yard line, forced out of bounds there. And once again, Mountain Ridge has an opportunity, but they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, you can see back has plenty of time, just kind of forces it into coverage. And it's almost like there's a miscommunication, like he thought receiver was going to zig and he zagged, and Mayberry went to the right spot. Nice job by Mayberry. He's had a great game on defense tonight for this Puma team. The senior playing tough on that defensive side of the ball all night long.
And that might be the final straw in this game. Mountain Ridge do everything right defensively, and on the first play, they throw an interception. Second interception of the night for Stancato. Now Purdy in the gun gets a snap on their first down, and this play not going to happen. It'll be a false start on the Pumas. It'll be 1st and 15.
We have some bad news from Ahwatukee. It looks like Desert Vista's finally poisoned their will on Basha. They're up 31-20 now with some 2 quick touchdowns, another big runs by the Grubs. So 31-20, 11 minutes left in that game. So Desert Vista looks like they're gonna move on and have to come here next week and play this Perry team looking to advance.
That'll be an interesting game.
Desert Vista likes to run the ball and kind of control the clock a little bit. They're one of those teams that go super fast. So
another false start on the Pumas, so 1st and 10 turns into 1st and 20 now. They're backed up all the way to the 50-yard line.
First and 20. Okay.
8:19 left to go in the game. Chuba gets the snap, wanting to go deep, and decides to tuck it away, and he's got lots of room to the far side. Stutter steps past the 40-yard line, sidesteps past the defender, falls inside the 35 to the 34, picks up 16 yards on that carry, and just like that, he makes it second and manageable.
Yeah, but he drops out into coverage, and Purdy able to step up, get big yardage there. Almost picking up the entire 20. The clock continues to roll here. 7:46 and counting left here in this first round AIA game. The number 3 Pumas versus the number 14 Mountain Lions.
Well, I'll tell you, the Pumas have, or Perry High School rather, kind of employed a DJ to take over, as here on second down, looks like Miles on the carry, gets close to the markers, just a yard short.
See this massive fake here by Purdy. Really faked out this defense. A la little Brett Favre. I don't think he got anybody, but he
I don't think so.
Maybe that's his.
That's his move. They give to Miles again here on third down, and it looks like he'll be short of the marker. Pumas will probably go for it on 4th and 1.
It almost reminds me of, you know, the pitcher, its first pickoff move is just kind of lobbing it over
Just
there.
lob it over there.
Making sure they're being respectful.
The point I was going to make about this DJ, I've never been a DJ. I've never been, you know, a la Jake Billingsley or Dylan Johnson of yesteryear. I have to imagine there's more emotion that goes into it than just kind of sitting there with your headphones on, which is what's going on right now.
Maybe he's listening to a game.
Oh, he's listening to us.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. He's
where we can. He's not really doing a whole lot down there.
4th and 1, Purdy keeps it himself, and he'll pick up a couple yards extra past the marker for a first down inside the 30-yard line to the 28.
Yeah, the rumor of the payment for this DJ is...
there he is right there. Yeah, not a ton of movement going on.
No, I'm going with the false narrative on the fake news on how much they were supposed to pay for that DJ. We had somebody up here saying that rumor was they paid $1,300 for that DJ. I'm like, I would have done it for $50.
Yeah, I hope not.
I'd probably have a better set of music.
Purdy going to take off and run here on first down past the 20-yard line. Nice open field tackle. Wraps him up at the 19, but he picks up 9 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Can you got that Jay Bills discount? Could have come over here with his neon.
Jay Bills.
Yeah. The crowd hyped.
I'll tell you what, it's got to be years since I've thought of that name. Oh, goodness gracious. I wonder if he's still performing over at Gilbert Christian.
I think that's his go-to.
Yeah, and check out this play here. It looks like Day on the carry for the Pumas inside the 15-yard line down to the 11-yard line. No, check that. Miles on the carry picks up the first down. Pumas going right into the offense. They give to Miles yet again, runs straight into his own guy, and nothing doing on that run.
Yeah, just nowhere to go there. Good defense by the Mountain Lions. Miles looking for a hole, can't find it. Stout front coming up with a stop for Mountain Ridge as they try to make some plays as this game is closing out. Some of these seniors want to go out in style. Some of the benches clearing for Mountain Ridge. Some guys we haven't seen now get some playing time.
We're under 5 minutes left to go here in the game. 4:25. Purdy fakes the give to Miles. Wanted to go on the far side. Nothing doing there. Now has to scramble. Coming back to the near side now. Throws off one leg. Passes. Tipped in. Falls incomplete. He was going, looks like, for Holdridge in the end zone. It falls for third down.
Yeah, they want to go up top here. It looks like they have Young on a corner route. Well covered by the actual corner up there. And so Purdy tries to improvise. This is a pull it down and run, more improvisation than throwing that. So they convert one more here.
You know, Purdy, it looks like he's tired out there, kind of sucking air. He was a little sick last week. It sounds like he actually threw up at halftime in the game last week against Basha.
Yeah, they're saying he didn't practice a ton this week either. I think whatever it is lingering for him.
Perhaps a little sick, throwing to the end zone here. Once again, incomplete, throwing into double coverage, looking for Holdridge. And that will bring up 4th down, and here comes McCarthy and the kick team.
Holdridge is asking for holding here. I'm not sure what. Maybe a little. Going for the ball there. Hey, got a quick complaint and play the game there.
So you're going to see a rare field goal attempt here from Kyler McCarthy. You don't really see too many of these at the high school level. Setting up for a 29-yard field goal. Clean snap, clean hold, kick is up and through the uprights. McCarthy good from 29 yards out. 38-19 the score now. The Pumas up by 19 points with 4:06 remaining.
Yeah, it's the 3-score difference that basically puts this thing out of reach. So you really miracle comeback if Mountain Ridge is able to get back into this game and tie this score. Queen Creek obviously able to pull away now too. They're up 50-28 in that game. 4:28 left in the game. That was
what
tight.
happened?
Yeah. Somebody woke Queen Creek up apparently, and so now they're all over in Desert Vista, up 18 now in that game.
Oh, it's over.
But the upset of the night going to go down. The number 2 seed, Brophy Broncos, are going to lose to Mountain View. Right now, the score Mountain View is up 35-12 against Brophy with 3:52 left in the 4th. So the number 2 seed goes down. That would mean that if the Pumas are able to win next week in advance, they will be the home team in that semifinal bracket, because that is their side of the bracket that is now blown up as the top seed goes down in the 1st round.
Nice kick there from Kyler McCarthy. Found the hole in the return team for Mountain Ridge. Ball was bouncing along the 1-yard line there. Really nicely done. Thompson takes it out to about the 10-yard line, and that's where Mountain Ridge will start their drive. But Brophy goes down tonight, or is at least in the process of going down, unless they can make up almost 30 points in 2 minutes.
Never know.
You never know.
Saying there's a chance.
Four minutes left to go in this one. Pumas cruising in this game. Got a little nervy for a little bit, especially on that first drive before Brophy threw that pick 6. Made a little run at the end of the first half, scoring 13 unanswered. Almost scored on the drive coming out of the half. Turnovers have been a killer. Turnovers at inopportune times. Stancato throwing on 1st down. Has his man complete for a 1st down. A nice pickup here on this play, out past the 25-yard line. That's Thompson, the running back, on the reception.
Yeah, nice job on a little circle route on the running back, and so able to pick up nice gain. Pumas still with starters out on the field.
I think they know this team has some athletes. Stancato throwing over the middle for Thompson, and it looks like he heard the footsteps there of the linebackers on that one. Kind of alligator armed it, falls incomplete.
This time Kennedy goes into coverage. He's underneath it with big Brock Lane waiting there and talking about it, saying, you know what, you're lucky you didn't catch that, because I was going to rip your head off. And so probably thought twice. The looks like about a 5'6" wide or running back, 5'7" running back against a 6'5" linebacker. You want to take that lick.
3:34 left to go in this one. 2nd and 10 for Mountain Ridge. And it looks like in all likelihood DV is going to pick up the win over the Basha Bears despite giving up 20 unanswered points. As Stancato just airs it out over the far side, and a diving attempt at a catch is not made. Ball falls incomplete for 3rd down.
Yeah, nice defense by the Pumas. They were able to get a little bit of a gap there, but Pumas defense able to close it down as Miller able to come over and put a helmet on it. Nice job by the Puma defense. Basha now down 45-20.
Out of nowhere.
I mean, they turned in a hurry.
Yeah. 3rd and 10 now. 3:28 left to go in the game.
It's kind of like we saw last week. It's just they're in there and then they just kind of run out of bodies. And you just wear them down, and that looks like what probably Desert Vista did. And figured out, we're just going to pound them and see what they can hold up, and they just don't have the manpower.
And they've dealt with a lot of injuries this year, that team, as English makes the catch at the marker, spins out of 1 tackle, keeping the feet moving. Nice job by him to go up to the 44-yard line. New set of downs for Mountain Ridge. And as the Pumas will, like we said, in all likelihood be playing DV, what do we know about the Thunder from Desert Vista?
Yeah, a team that has a lot of good athletes, good coaching staff. Coach Dan Hines has been there forever. Pretty consistent with his staff, and they like to run the football. Coach Hines really kind of an old school guy. He played back in the day for Carl Kiefer back in McClintock High School, and so they want to control the football. They want to play tough defense, and that's what they've been able to do and establish over there at Desert Vista in the last few years. But they really, in the last couple years, they found something with their running backs and able to run the ball hard. But Pumas were game to it the last time they saw each other, and Pumas took care of them pretty easily. So we'll see if this defense can hold up against somebody that really wants to run it at you.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting, too. The Desert Vista defense, at least in the second half, had really settled in and figured things out. Not giving up any points in the second half against Basha. And we've seen this offense for the Pumas kind of been on and off. And they've scored 38 here. But it's been kind of streaky, I think is the right word to describe this offense. So it'll be interesting to see how they do against a very consistent defense in DV, as the screen pass here set up for Thompson. He accelerates past the 40-yard line, enough for a first down, gets into Perry territory, and Mountain Ridge trying to play a little hurry-up offense.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to think about it's whether or not the team has been up for a game lately. It's just got to come prepared against Desert Vista, and Desert Vista is a prideful program that's going to really want to show that they can compete with these East Valley teams. And another PI call.
And let's see, did he catch this pass out of bounds? It was ruled incomplete. Pass interference is going to be the call. But did he hang on to this?
It looks like he came down with it.
How?
Oh,
no, it popped out at the very end. I was going to say, he had initially ball jarred loose there at the very end, but PI is the call, so it'll be another 15-yard penalty. Been a lot of penalties like that for the Pumas tonight. First and 10 from the 24 now for Stancato and company. Floats it up on the far side, and his receiver losing his footing. It falls incomplete. Second down now.
As this game's gone on, you can see that Stancato's a baseball player. He rears back on that thing like a outfielder sometimes and winds it up
like a center fielder would. Kind of winds it back, lets it fly. It's a lot of loft under the ball as well.
Gotta go for that do or die throw from the outfield.
Yeah.
Gotta get that runner out at home plate. That's kind of the windup he takes sometimes on these longer throws.
Second and 10 now. Stancato steps up, and there's another one. Floats it up for his receiver. Could be PI in the end zone. Yep, flag comes in from the near side. There was definitely contact. Crowd doesn't like it, but the flag comes in. It'll be another new set of downs.
Yeah, this is something Desert Vista may look at on tape, and these DBs kind of panic when the ball's in the air. That's just, it's not good defense.
We've seen almost in excess, I want to say, of near double digits in pass interferences in this half.
Yeah, I mean, they've had at least 5 pass interference calls in this game, if not 6, and some holdings that were, borderline pass interference. And it's something that maybe you need to be addressed pretty extensively next week in practice.
And we're going to have another one. Wow. 2 flags come in on that one, and looks like the DB never got his back turned around to the ball.
See here, little wheel route. Mayberry in coverage. I don't know about that. Maybe a little shove at the end, but he's trying to play the ball there. But pretty good coverage there by Mayberry.
Well, 2:04 left to go in the game. 3 possessions separate these two teams.
Yeah, games that we were excited about, though. We were looking at scores, and now, you know, we were thinking these two higher seeds would go down, and
not so, as Mountain Ridge set up the screen pass, and it does the trick. Coach Jones wanted a hold or maybe an illegal man downfield. Didn't get the call, and from 6 yards away, the Mountain Lions score a touchdown, and they put up another 6 points on the board, and most likely here go for 2.
That Quinn Creek game that was close, now 50-36 up on Boulder Creek. And I think it was a 1-point game, and Boulder Creek was leading 28-27 at some point in that game, and then Desert Vista's up 52-20 now in that game.
Oh my goodness.
Talking about it getting away from you.
So in all likelihood, the Thunder will travel from Ahwatukee here to John Wren Stadium next week to take on the Pumas in the second round of the 6A playoffs. Timeout on the field. Perry burning their second timeout of the half. Mountain Ridge still with all 3 so far.
Refresh my memory. I don't know if we saw them last year in the playoffs or it was the year before. We went to Desert Vista, took care of business. And I think it might have been last year.
I believe it was last
right?
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was last year.
Went there and really it was a no contest. Puma was able to get up early and stay on top that entirety of that game. That's right. We were an away team last year. We weren't because of 2 losses during the season.
Now Mountain Ridge going for 2. Decided to have the ball in the air this time, and it's intercepted. Here comes the return going the other way. A huge block on the quarterback stand, Cotto, and watch out. Flag comes in late for it. Coach Jones wants to talk to the official. Wow.
I'm not sure how you can blow the play dead because of a block. So this is a peel back block, which they are against now, but that's football. But you can't blow the play dead. No one stepped out of bounds. This is a weird whistle that they blew, and I'm not sure how you can throw that down. And you know, it's I don't know what this is, but
let's see what the call is on the field.
It's a clean block. The guy's got a chance to make the play. He's got a chance to make the tackle, and they blow the play dead because of the block. Coach Jones still arguing about it.
Well, you can hear the crowd not happy about it either.
He didn't put his helmet in his jaw. He kind of used his shoulder. He didn't launch himself. So I'm not sure why, the flag was thrown. Just because anytime there's a violent hit, the flag is thrown nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I'm still at a loss for why the play is called at that point. Why the play is called dead.
It's like my son's flag football referees. They like to blow the play dead for no reason. You're like, why is the play blown dead? Because it's a flag guard. The play is not blown dead. Like the play still continues, and I don't know. It's interesting. That reminded me of those 13-year-olds refereeing 9-year-old games.
Also, the personal foul on the peel back block is assessed to the 45-yard line. The Perry's 45, that's where they'll try the onside. Ball takes a couple bounces, it's loose. Mountain Ridge have a chance at it, and they do have it.
I don't know how you can call that quick.
The signal was Mountain Ridge, and they come out of the pile with the ball, and now all of a sudden, the last 157 have gotten a little interesting.
Yeah, it takes a funky bounce here, and so take a look. Jumps on it and try to pin it down, and nice job by Mountain Ridge getting down there and recovering it.
Wow. Well, here we go. Now, ball at the 30-yard line. Mountain Ridge have a chance. Well, let's see here. Stancato in these situations earlier has been kind of prone to trying to force the ball and throw an interception. Let's see what he does on first down. Big drop, steps up in the pocket, scrambling right side. He tucks it in and runs, lays a shoulder down, falls forward, picks up about 6 yards on the carry, up to the 24.
Yeah, tackle made by Lane there. And the clock continues to roll, 1:42.
All 3 timeouts for the Mountain Lions. Flag comes in early, right at the snap. The ball thrown up for Kyler Stancato. It's tipped in, called incomplete. Flag comes in late from the far side. We have 2 flags on the play. Let's see.
We know one's going to be a PI again.
Yeah.
So here it comes. Hand on him. I don't know about that, but throw it anyway, and then see if it's offsetting in some way here.
A flag came from the near official right on the sideline as soon as the ball was snapped. So you have to figure it's either offsides, maybe illegal formation.
They're going to be offsetting penalties, not walking anything off here. Let's see.
Well, let's see. They're still conferring. It looks like they're still figuring out what exactly they have. Here we go. So we have a personal foul. We have a roughing the passer call and pass interference, and an illegal shift, it looks like, on Mountain Ridge.
I don't know what just happened. Roughing the passer.
Pass interference.
Pass interference.
They offset.
An illegal shift? I'm not sure that's the right call there. We're going to call Mike Pereira up and see if he can get us in.
Well, and that hurts Mountain Ridge because they just give up a sack.
And Jordan gives him a little extra here at the end. Let's see, Jordan comes clean. Almost gets that ball loose. You can see at the end, he's like, you know what, I'm done with this.
And Mountain Ridge are going to be forced to burn their first time out of the half. Very interesting. So you have a roughing the passer call, which I didn't even see a flag in the backfield for. You have pass interference that we all saw, an illegal shift. Now, pass interference, 15-yard penalty. Personal foul, roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty. An illegal shift, last time I checked, is worth 5 yards.
Yes, 30 versus 5. Now we're going to call it even.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a tough one for Mountain View. It's 3rd and forever here. Third and 14, 2-down territory. Mountain Ridge down by 13 points. Right when we thought this game was in cruise control, the Mountain Lions have made it interesting. Stancato going for the end zone. Actually, just short of the end zone. The catch is made inside the 10-yard line. He floats it up and catches inside the 5. It'll be a first down.
Let's see here. No PI call. Let's see what we got. Hand up. Throw it up. Nice catch.
Yeah, that was a great job by Thompson sticking with that. Going down. Clock stops momentarily so they can set the chains. 1st and goal from the 4. As Mountain Ridge really taking their time to get up to the line. They don't have too much time left, only 60 seconds. Stancato gets the snap, throws quick over the middle, and it is intercepted. That'll be the dagger right there. Stancato trying to force something over the middle. Mayberry comes up with his 2nd interception of the game, and this game officially is on ice.
See Mayberry doing it again, getting underneath that crossing route. Makes a good decision, gets down. Giving a little extra there, and you can see his cousin get in there. Like, hey, get off my cousin, man. What are you doing? So good job by the Pumas. Close this one out. We'll knee this out. Get out of here with a 13-point win.
Well, I think it's fair to say this was an ugly win, but it's a win nonetheless for the Pumas. As Dane White is going to come in and quarterback. I guess he'll take the hit to the stats, and he'll come in, take a couple knees. Oh, he's lining up in the gun. Watch out. This doesn't scream victory formation to me. He gives to Nwanko on the first play, and he loses a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage at the 19-yard line. And now we have a flag coming in late for a late hit. Looks like there is. This game's getting a little chippy at the very end here.
Ref should blow a whistle and call it.
Yeah? Is that
just like that?
That's the plan?
Yeah, because if it's a big hit earlier,
Yeah.
we blow the whistle and just stop everything. Let's talk about it. Let's blow the whistle, talk about it. Let's go to our safe spaces. Why are you so upset, son?
Oh, that's a personal foul against the Mountain Lions, 15 yards. I guess Dane White, backup quarterback for the Pumas, is going to get some experience. I'm almost a little baffled as to why not just take a knee, and that's what they're going to do now that they have a new setup down. I'm not sure what the difference was between the last play and this play, except 20 more seconds, but he takes the first knee, and let's see if Coach Medowski on the other side will let the clock run out. He's got 2 timeouts, and he is going to let the clock run out. So the Pumas, like I said, it was an ugly win, but the Pumas get the job done. Survive and advance is the name of the game in the playoffs, and the Pumas have made the playoffs their home. They pick up the win here in the first round against Mountain Ridge, 38-25. Difference of 13 points. They get the job done this week.
Yeah, it's got to clean it up. You know, we talked about that. And it's inconsistency on offense. Kind of fits and starts, and they start to move the ball, and they're going backwards. A lot of penalties tonight. That's something that you don't see out of this team. And this is I've never seen this many penalties against this team before, and so that really kind of clogged this game up and really took away any kind of flow of it. And gosh, like you said, it had to be double-digit pass interference penalties on top of the holding penalties. So got to get that fixed. That's something that Del Vista is going to look at and go, you know what, hey, why don't we just take some shots? The DBs are kind of panicking. So, but the win is a win, and get to host again next week, come back again, and they're a chance to go to the Final Four in a pretty clean bracket now. They're the highest seed on that side that's left.
Yeah, they definitely are, and they definitely really control their own destiny here. Not a lot of excuses for this Perry team anymore, especially with Chandler being in the open division. It's one step at a time, and the Pumas got that first step done tonight. They pick up the 13-point win over the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, and they move on to face Desert Vista next week here at John Wren Stadium. And until next week, we are signing off from John Wren tonight. Final score, once again, 38-25 for Brian Bernier and our director tonight, Grant Woodford. I'm Jordan Palacio, signing off from Gilbert, Arizona. Until next time, good night, everybody.